Previously, you all managed to finish up your hunt, go about some business in town, find some lodgings for a particularly puffy Palumu, and decided a visit to your favorite tavern was in order. Made your way out to the Wayfarer's Respite by merit of shouting maple beer, and started some conversations with some colorful characters. There's a lot of alliteration going on here. Last we left off, Kiljow was talking about brewing with
You keep forgetting his name too? Yes, Hearthstone Brew.
Hearthstone Brew, there we go. My character thing stopped displaying stuff for a minute.
Oh, no, I keep forgetting his name as well. It's okay.
Sig is having a fun time talking to Taylorobey about his experience aboard spaceships.
Space!
Spaceship! Leo is having some interesting conversation about baking with Gladiolus Doombaker. And Nysdrith has been chatting up a bubbly, excitable, happy unicorn girl who happens to use necromantic bard magic.
Anybody told you have a real horse's ass?
This is
I'm going to choose to think that was out of character. Right, so, that being said, is there anyone else in the... Oh, and also of note, Sig has brought his employees, Matthew and Gonrock. Gonrock or Gornock? Gonrock. Hey, I got it right the first time. Excellent. I can remember these names mostly, but not actual people. Anyway, so that being said, you guys have the option. You could just stay, you enjoy some conversation with these same folks most of the evening, and then either go back to town or retire here for the night and then go back to town. You could order more food, you could order more drink, you could ask if any other services are available, you could talk to other patrons. The world is your proverbial oyster, and it's not even a buffet, so you won't get food poisoning. Lesson you only learn once. Don't eat oysters at a buffet.
Yeah.
Sounds like
It was a terrible idea.
solid advice.
I can attest to the fact that it does not work. It just doesn't.
Let's see.
I need to look some stuff up.
If anyone else knows what they want to do, I'm just busy opening sheets and looking
I
through
continue
stuff.
flirting with, what's her name? Because I suck at flirting, I'll just say that my character continues to flirt with her.
That's fair.
Also, not remembering the name of the person you're flirting with.
I know I wrote down her name, but I can't find it.
Concerta.
Huh?
Concerta.
Concerta.
If you ever can't find your notes about a name, all of the NPCs are also in the Wayfarer's Respite drop-down.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that might be why I didn't write it down.
Concerta. I don't know why I said it concerta. I don't know. It's brain. What are you doing? But yes, concerta. You guys talk. You flirt with her. She kind of flirts back a bit. She seems this very, like, optimistic, bubbly personality in spite of the occupation and powers that she is involved with.
At some point, I don't know, just probably tuck in for the night or rejoin the group for going back to where we are supposed to be. But beyond that, I can't really think of anything else that I'd be doing here.
Didn't you want to find out about the bird?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's
I thought you wanted to flirt with the bird.
Yes, I go over and I flirt with the bird. No, I'm not actually doing that. Nah, I think I'm good for the most part after that. Concerta's a nice young lady. She'll entertain me for the rest of the night.
I found a drink. I don't know if it exists, if you know about it yet or not.
I know
What?
about what?
It's Goldbuster XXX, which is a Orcish drink. I don't know if it's like in your list somewhere or not.
Well, I don't know what that is, and a Google search brings up Skull Crusher porn videos, which I am definitely not clicking on. So, please elaborate.
Put it in chat there. It's found on this list of tavern drinks online that I thought was kind of interesting.
Well, given the description, if you're asking about price, probably put that in about 300 or 400 gold.
Oh,
It's not something that's particularly popular, but it's really hard to get. And more so, hard to find somebody that can get it and is willing to sell it.
oh well, okay.
Yeah.
Oysters? Anyone want some oysters? Yeah, oysters.
All right,
All right.
I think Kiljow is just going to continue to discuss brewing with Hearth and continue discussing the potential for heading back to the plane of existence that Hearth is from with him for at least a period of time to start learning brewing.
All right.
And then turn in for the night.
Yeah, as it seems no one has any other particular business, I'll just say that you guys enjoy some conversation with these interesting people that you've met, good food and drink, and each get a room for the night. 2 gold if you want to stay.
All right.
Should be presuming everyone is staying would just be 2 gold each, unless you want to share rooms.
Nope.
Only if Cassandra wants to share a room.
Wow,
Goodbye.
that's not her name.
Concerta.
3.
Close enough.
I was joking.
He's checking.
Anyway, since you were joking, yes, I believe with that we will say that you enjoy a good rest. Wake up in the morning, have some breakfast, provided with the rooms. In this case, just so I have less bookkeeping to do. And once your 24 hours is up, and or a little earlier if you'd like, you all pop back into existence in the frontier camp.
Okay.
And
I need the downtime info.
yes. Again, note, Jacob has said that Leo will be willing to spend 1 week selling materials for everyone. So if you'd like to sell any materials, I believe the updated version is that 1 week allows you to sell up to 10 materials.
Okay. I'm just scrolling through for the price, which, if people are curious, is on page 54 of the PHB. So you can calculate what you want to sell based on what you'll get paid.
I may again change that to be a bit more granular in the future. But for now, yes.
Tuned.
No.
I think I already
Okay.
have that on my weapon. Yeah. Out of curiosity, for the people in the party,
So,
does anyone want an extended crit range for weapon attacks?
I'm questioning if I want to slap that on. I have one myself. I'm questioning if I want to slap that on as my second thingamajiggy.
I think you're the only other person in the party that would actually be useful for, so if you already have one.
Yes, for the people that don't know, you cannot stack repeating effects on weapons with multiple materials, including some stuff that's just similar rather than repeating, like having runes that discharge or the like.
Alright, so... yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just slap this onto me. Gonna spend last night... since Concerta didn't join me... no. I'll just slap this Odogaran Fang onto my weapon. Onto my charge blade.
All right.
Anyone want to sell things?
I got a couple of things to sell, yes.
I think so.
I got 3 things. Probably be good to sell.
Let's see here. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to sell.
How
that
much?
I'm not
That's the question.
using. So here, I'm gonna keep those because that could be useful later on. Okay, so I don't have the CR for all of these. I have a Kulu Yaku scale.
CR dead.
I believe it's 4.
Thank you.
Why do I remember that?
I don't know.
I don't even look at the monster manual that often. My brain is really good at remembering numbers.
I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. I don't know if you want me to post things in chat for you or whatnot.
Yes. Let's say
Okay.
first, assuming you each have at least 3 items, each of you can sell 3 items because Leo can only sell 10 in a week, and Jacob's only said that he'd be willing to sell for 1 week. So let's start with the 3 you want to sell the most, and then we'll see if Jacob is amenable to selling the other ones. Probably will be, because as far as I recall, you guys are planning on taking a rather longer downtime than usual.
Yup. Well, I have 4 that I'd be interested in selling, but I can hold off on selling. Which one?
Ah, Kuluyaku is not a bird wyvern. None of your classifications make sense.
There's no such thing as a bird wyverns, I think. I think they're a myth.
Yeah, I have 3 things here picked out that I'd sell.
All right, post those up in chat with their relative CR if you know them.
Glacial Agnactor, CR6, Odogaron and Odogaron, CR8. Both fall within the 4 to 8 range for base price 100.
Okay.
I might just take a week to sell some of my stuff myself.
It's what check?
I
It's a
believe
charisma persuasion. Nope, I'm good, thanks. Leo can do that.
I will note, if you want to spend the time on it, Nysdrith, that's fine. But searching for buyers for a week costs a total of 25 gold, which I'm just going to put on you guys since I don't want to take Jacob's gold to sell your crap. To be perfectly honest, I'll just say 8 each.
Okay.
Which is no big deal, assuming you get even a halfway decent roll, which Leo probably will. And it does take a week of downtime, and if you roll low enough, you might not get an offer you like. You don't have to take it, but that's 25 gold down the drain.
Yeah, just Leo, I believe, is proficient or expertise, one of the two in persuasion, so Leo would have a better shot at.
Leo's persuasion is +9.
Yeah, so
Leo
Leo
literally needs a natural 1 to get anything less than 100% of base price.
Yeah, Leo would need a 12 or higher to get 150% base price.
Also, why does that say 20 plus? Okay, that's just copied over a typo. Now it's fixed to 21 plus.
Yeah.
Scale.
All right. Dan, if Leo rolls really well, will that influence your decision at all?
Hang on a second here. I'm still putting down everything that I need to get rid of.
You have a lot of things, don't you?
I really
I still
do.
need myself to sell off my ancient potion
Okay.
and 2 energy drinks. Wow, that's a lot of stuff.
And I don't know the CR for all of it. Wait, okay, that's CR5. I don't have a CR for that or that. CR7. CR4. A lot of CR4s.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Odogaron is CR8. I
Ooh,
don't know what
CR11 for the, No, wait, that's in use. Never mind. Not
Yes.
selling that. CR3,
So-
CR3, CR4, yeah. CR4s and a couple of 6s, I think, thrown in there, too.
Right, so those would be the same sale price generally anyway. Again, I'll try and make it more granular later when I update everything, but for now we're just going with this. Pick 3 of the ones that are CR4 to 8. So that's everything except your CR3s, I think.
Okay. Hang on a second here. Right. We have that in use.
So for reference, a Chul is a CR4.
Okay.
Where is... Okay, so let me, Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and sell this with the group. Because that's a CR7. Oh, I have 2 of those. Yeah, let's sell 2 of those.
All right.
And let's do the Odogaron Sinew as well.
All right. So that's, I believe. Yeah.
think
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's...
So that will be 300 base for Nysdrith and Kiljow, and then 225 base for. I'm gonna say Sig, even though the thing says Gone Rock.
I was messing around with Gone Rock, but yes, that was supposed to be Sig.
Yes. Okay. And drum roll, not a 1. Okay, cool.
That's
Right.
phenomenal.
So Nysdrith and Kiljow are able to get 450 gold total for those.
Yay!
Yeah.
Sig is able to get 337 gold and 5 silver. Math brain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, that
5
gets rid
silver.
of, well, 2 things at least.
that should be that.
Yes.
And we can exchange money as we see fit, right?
Yes.
Okay, exchanging 400 gold for 40 platinum. Because money has weight and Kiljow doesn't have strength.
You need to be strong, boy. Lift weights. Like Sig. Yeah. Flex. Why?
So
I'm impressed by the strength.
Wait a second. In your version, platinum's only worth 10.
That is the base is
Right.
10 copper to a silver, 10 silver to a gold, etc.
So that is
Silent is the one that has modified it.
50
Yeah, I modified it.
platinum.
Correct. For
Okay.
500 gold.
220 platinum. Yay. Okay. Saves a little bit of weight there.
Yup.
Alright, I still got a shit ton of stuff to get rid of.
You know what? You each picked 3. There was a total of 10. So if anybody wants a single other one.
I have
I
one
have
thing I'd
no
like
more.
him to sell for me.
I would suggest the highest CR thing goes first.
What's CR's and Ajanathi scale?
A what? Anjanath.
Anjanath?
Believe 9. Let me check.
Oh, shit.
I believe.
Nope, it's 7.
Okay.
I believe mine is the higher CR then, which is not even CR. It's just I want Jacob to sell my small golden fish for me.
Yeah. That will also just be double the base price of the
150%.
yeah, 150% rather, sorry.
That is 75 more platinum.
Now, if I remember correctly, we were sticking around for like a month or 2 anyways, correct?
Or 4. But yes, a more extended downtime in general.
Oh, right. And we paid 8 gold in order to sell that stuff, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
We paid 8 gold. We made a lot. Kiljow made over 1,000 gold. Kiljow now has 171 platinum, 203 gold.
Wait. I only made 400. How did you make 1,000?
Because I made 750 on this small golden fish.
Oh, right. Dumbass.
Right. So, Nysdrith, if you do want to sell the rest of your stuff, that would just be 1 check.
Okay.
It would take a week and 25 gold to see if you can find buyers. and then you can choose to sell them with that result or not. Let's see. Let me double check the CRs on things for you real quick.
Jacob's character is channeling his inner druid.
See, okay. It's 2 CR3s. The Cabra is 4.
Actually, does anybody want fire resistance? I've got a shit ton of it.
Naturala is 9.
Not Chirala?
Yes. So the Naturala shell.
Oh, okay. When you capture a creature, you gain 1 additional material from it. Right.
Hermitar.
Okay.
Hermitar is CR 1/2.
Does that have a value in the book?
Yes.
Yes, 25. Actually. 0 to 3. Okay.
Cephalos is 2, so that's 4 in that range. And then Anjanath is the next step up. So if you wanted to sell all of that, you'd have 100 from the CR 0 to 3. Kuyaku, Chul, Tetsukabra, and Anjanath Finn means 4 from that bracket, which is another 400 for 500 total so far. And then the Najarala would make it another 500 for a total of 1,000 gold as the base price. If you want to do this, you pay 25 gold, you take a week of your downtime, you roll a persuasion check, and on a 1 to 10, you find an offer for 50% of the base price for each item. 11 to 20 is just the regular base price, and 21 or higher is 150%.
Ooh. All right, hang on a second here.
Which is why we have Jacob sell everything for us.
I was going to say, alternatively, you could see if Jacob's okay with it and stand a good chance of making an extra 500 gold.
Like I said, Jacob is channeling his inner druid.
Oh, I just got that. You know what? I'm just going to say with the extended downtime, if you pay the 25 gold, I can have Leo spend another week selling your crap. And then if there is a problem with it on Jacob's end, I'll just figure out something to compensate him for that time.
Yeah, I say I'll go ahead and do that. I'll help him out, so.
All right. Persuasion. With advantage.
And I'm going to use... Okay, yeah. I was going to say, yes, I give him advantage.
It's over a long period of time, but I'm assuming that since you're spending... I'm assuming you're also spending a week of downtime helping.
Yes.
So, right. So that will get you 1,500 gold.
Yay! That's a lot of gold.
Yep.
Let's see here. So that is... So that's 1,500. Yay.
Yep.
Gold. I'm just putting that all into platinum right now.
150 platinum.
Yes. Nice. I have now 370 platinum. Yay.
Right, and just
and
so
I can clear out my material window a little bit. Yay!
Keeping track of this.
What do I need to do that? Let me check.
That's actually kind of funny. Looking here at the Trenya adventures, and one of the things you can get from a 1,500 gold adventure is a single bean from the bag of beans.
That doesn't seem
worth it. No. But that's in cumulatively with everything else in that particular chart. I just think it's funny that it's a single bean.
What do you need to upgrade armor to rare. Let's see. Hard armor sphere. And 1,500 gold. Oof.
Yes, 10 hard armor spheres and 1,500 gold to upgrade from uncommon to rare. Similar thing, but with Macalite ore or rare level material items for either one of these, actually. Although upgrading a weapon costs less than upgrading armor.
Question. Just looking. It says monster fluid is an uncommon or rare upgrade material.
Correct.
So that could be substituted for either Macalite ore or hard armor spheres.
Correct.
Okay.
Give me like 30 seconds real quick.
Right.
Alright, well, I have a shit ton of money now.
Out of curiosity, does anyone have any excess monster fluid?
I have 9 monster fluid on me right now.
Someone went hunting Celtus.
Cool. I have 12.
Ooh.
I need to upgrade my weapon. Yeah,
see.
eventually.
I have 7. I was looking for someone who had 3 they would be willing to part with.
How much do you need in order to upgrade your weapon?
10.
10. Okay, I'll trade you 3 for 1.
What?
It was meant to sound stupid. Yeah, sure, I'll give you 3.
Okay, but remember, Kiljow, don't go spending it all in one place.
I'll go spend all of it in one place with Sig if he's willing to upgrade my weapon.
Wait, you need a blacksmith to upgrade that stuff, right?
Yes.
I pull out my hammer.
Right.
Hi.
Oh, are you good at smithing?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Well, could you upgrade my weapon for me?
I can certainly try.
He doesn't have to make a roll for it, does he?
I don't think so.
I don't think he does.
If there's not something in the base system, then I would not make you know.
I don't think there is.
Armor.
This is
Upgrading.
for weapon.
Why is my smithing proficiency so high? It's saying 16.
Wait, what the?
What the fuck?
What?
I will
That's
need
what
a
I'm
moment.
saying.
What the
I will need a
fuck?
moment. Let me look at this. What is this doing?
I just noticed that myself. Like, shouldn't it be like, I don't know, 8 or 9?
I have expertise and I can only get to a 10. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Somehow, like, you put your actual like complete modifier for a roll in the modifier to the roll.
Oh, okay. So I'd accidentally like doubled it somehow.
Yes. You said, oh, I should have +8 because of proficiency plus strength, and you put it in that slot, and then the calculation was proficiency plus strength +8.
Oh, because it does it automatically for you. Okay.
Yeah.
See, when I was making it, I didn't notice that. I was just trying to help. Okay, that makes sense. I noticed that. I was like, wait, something's wrong here. It should not be 16.
Right. Yes. So, yeah, you can upgrade it. It will cost 500 gold if somebody spends a week on it. So if Nysdrith is willing to spend a week blacksmithing and upgrading it, probably borrowing Sig's shop space a bit, because...
What the fuck are you doing here? Go away!
I'll just go ahead and give Nysdrith the gold for that.
But he has to pay me 500 gold, or it just costs him 500 gold?
He has to pay you 500. Well, kind of both. In the book, it says a smithy will upgrade your weapon for the cost listed, which is 1,000. I'm going off the idea that crafting an item yourself costs half as much.
Okay.
So yeah, I think part of the cost is going to be.
How about 300 goes somewhere and 200 goes to me?
I'd say 250.
Okay, you know what? That's fair.
Yeah, because part of the resource cost of crafting items is supposed to be like components that you need to use for it. So that seems like a balanced, or at least a somewhat balanced take on it that I will be fine with.
All right. I made another 250 gold. Jeez.
Okay,
Bankrupt
okay.
now.
You are allowed to use my smithy, but Gordnock will be helping you because he still needs to practice, and he will be judging you the whole time.
That is perfectly fine.
And I start smacking with my hammer.
And now I wonder if there was supposed to be something about this, because in the table it has cost with 2 asterisks, but there's nothing for that. Like, resource has 1, and there's something right below it about it.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Cost has 2, and there's
post
nothing.
that.
It's just probably an editing problem.
It's now 3 per day that I can use demon mode. Bonus.
Yes, Gonrock, you need to quench it in oil, not just water.
Movement speed is at +10 from +5. And I deal the extra damage with all attacks instead of just the first.
Keeping the furnace at the perfect temperature is, of course, ideal. That's why it's helpful to have more than one person doing this, honestly. Keep at it.
Okay. I'll just add this on under the weapon. I also get inflict. Which means that the Puke sack is now a flat 15 DC. It's
Wait,
very
it scales off of your weapon rarity?
no, when I upgrade the dual blades to rare, I get a 3rd rune slot.
Mm-hmm.
My demon mode gets an extra use per day from 2 to 3. The movement speed bonus goes from 5 feet to 10 feet.
Since you're exhausted all the time, that actually matters.
It does. The extra damage changes from 1d4 weapon damage on the first attack to 1d4 weapon damage on all attacks while active. And the dual blade also gains the inflict ability, so when you hit a creature with this weapon where they make a saving throw against a condition causing effect, the save DC increases by 1.
It's nice.
And the dual blades are also now +1 weapons.
Oh, very nice. Yes, the uncommon to rare upgrade is usually pretty good from what I was looking at.
Yeah, no,
Or-
it's a pretty massive upgrade for my weapon overall. And honestly, the very rare one is just as good because demon mode upgrades to archdemon mode, where I get an extra use and a 15-foot movement speed, and inflict upgrades from +1 to the DC to +2, and the legendary it goes from +2 to +3, and it goes from 15 feet to 20 feet, and the damage caused by demon mode goes from D4 to D6. The dual blade upgrades are really, really nice.
I have an interesting thought. Let me check something real quick while you guys continue pondering. But I just had an idea for something that is probably stupid and broken.
Oh no.
All right, and let me leave. Doot 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 doot.
Okay.
Dual blades. Okay. Oh my. Okay, that's actually really, really dumb.
What?
So the way that it's worded doesn't necessarily mean that you need to use the dual blades for the weapon damage bonus, and combine that with Monk's Flurry of Blows, and it increases the save DC. Stunning Strike is usually flavored as an unarmed strike, but it doesn't need to be. So you could hit someone with one of these swords and use Stunning Strike to increase the DC by 1.
Or get them to legendary and increase the DC by 3.
Yes, in addition to the demon mode applying extra weapon damage to everything.
Yeah.
And on a legendary, that's a 1d6 per hit, where you'll probably be just using unarmed strikes at that point while happening to be attuned to the weapon.
Yep. Question on mechanical implementation.
All right. It'd also be fast as heck.
I have a attachment.
Mm-hmm.
That says during a short or long rest, you can spend your time sharpening a bladed weapon. When you hit a creature for the first time after sharpening it, the weapon deals its maximum piercing or slashing damage to the target. Would that mean that it would deal the maximum on the weapon damage, the demon mode damage, and the sneak attack damage?
Check the wording on sneak attack real quick. So I want to make sure. My initial instinct is probably yes, but that seems really stupidly powerful. So let's find out.
I don't know if they intended it to be on a rogue. It's also a CR7 material. It's the Baru Ragaru fin. I don't know why I had so much trouble figuring out how to pronounce that name.
Oh, right, wrong thing.
6.
I don't think that's actually from the book. I think that's when I had to. Let's see. I believe Let me see.
I'm just curious because if it functions like that, it would be actually worth putting into my dual blade so that like if we have like a big creature that we're going at that we know we're going to be going after, I can sharpen the weapon when resting, and then if I can manage to stealth and ambush the creature when it doesn't know I'm there, that'd be a pretty sizable hit.
Yes, that's part of what I'm concerned about, because like at your current level, that's a lot.
Yeah, it would be D6, 10, 24, 48, 54 damage on
Yeah.
an initial hit if I can get the jump on the creature. It's only for the initial hit, so.
I'm. Give me a minute.
No, all good. See if there's anything else that you can put in that.
Right, Sig, did you need this diamond dust stuff? Is that something else you need?
Why did you get that?
I think he's been trying to give
Why
it
do
to
you
you.
why do you just have diamond dust?
I had it for a while. I've been trying to get rid of it, actually.
He's been trying to give it
Why
to
do
you
you-
for like 3 sessions.
No, he keeps offering me the phonic
Yeah.
coral and ottoman, and then ignores me whenever I say yes. Like, okay, thanks. Like, but
You
still
never
diamond dust.
answered. Oh, shit.
I
You-
think.
This is the exact same conversation again.
Back to my original question, though. You want this diamond dust stuff? I got like 500 gold pieces worth of it.
I'll pull up the player
Why
hand.
do
I
you
can
have
take a
so?
look.
Yes, first yes. But
Right, there
two,
you go.
why do you have it?
Remember that, closet I raided with a bunch of gems and well, that mithril and arcanite stuff, too? Yeah, it was all in there.
There's the rub. He stole it.
I didn't steal it, just I let you guys know and nobody ever responded, so I kept it on me.
Yeah, it says
That's-
sneak attack's wording is just it deals an extra.
Right, so here's the thought. What's your rogue subclass?
Assassin.
right? As a compromise, I'll say that works for sneak attack damage, but not for dice from a critical hit.
I'm really confused because. Huh? I get a critical hit. If I
Right,
Get-
the maximizing effect.
okay.
It will maximize the base weapon damage, the dice from demon mode, and the sneak attack damage, but none of the dice that you roll from having a crit.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
I feel like that's an interaction that, like, as written, it does exactly that, but as an assassin, that means you're doing, from your own calculation, if
54
you get
damage.
is that including the critical dice?
Yeah, that would be including the critical dice maximized.
Oh, I thought that was before the...
No, it's 1d6, which is a 6, the 1d4 from demon mode, which brings it to 10, 3d6 sneak attack, which brings it to 24, doubled that to 48, and then plus 6.
From dexterity and +1 modifier.
Reddit.
You know what? Sure. Everything's gonna be broken anyway eventually, so might as well get started.
Wow. So it doubles my it maximizes my initial hit and doesn't maximize the critical.
Correct.
Okay. So that's an initial 30
Plus 46 plus D4.
Yeah.
Minimum of 35 damage is still really good.
Yeah, no, that's really, really solid for where we are. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go and very inelegantly shove Barugaru Fin against my weapon until it somehow works.
Kiljow, hang on a minute here.
I grab his weapon, and start blacksmithing that down to there a little bit better.
You see, you can smelt this this like silvery stuff here, and it'll make a nice little seat. And then you can, kind of ply and bend these over a little bit, and it holds it into place there a little bit better.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so then the question is, Sig and Kiljow, what are you guys doing for the 2 weeks while Leo sells things and Nysdrith sells things and smiths?
Just opening here.
Well, I want to do some researching, specifically about the Serpent's Pass area. Like, how dangerous it was there. Like, how dangerous would it be for me to go there alone?
So just for context, remind me, how do you know about Serpent's Pass? Like, what revealed that to you?
I was told by our good demon friends that that's where Astral Silver is.
Ah, yes. Okay. Because
He was told by the plot device Ex Machina that you introduced.
hey, he's been useful so far.
He
I
really has
bought the
been.
information off of him, so...
Mm-hmm.
He really has been.
Let's see. Well, again, because you're repeat customers and therefore he kind of likes you. He did give you the most relevant information for what you're asking. If you look into it, there is a place that's called Serpent's Pass on the mainland, but there's also one here in the frontier because people name things the same all the time. The one on the mainland is particularly dangerous because it's known to be filled with things like hydras, sea serpents. It's a naval passage, whereas the one here is in the Fulgurite range and refers to a pass between several of the mountains.
Any particularly dangerous creatures that live around there?
Quite a few.
Great.
A lot of them.
Just from what you would find out, there's things like Fulgur Anginas and Zenogres and Kirins. Although those are fairly rare, as they're an elder dragon. There's a lot of other creatures, generally like large numbers of creatures that either already live in mountainous areas, or are have an affinity for electrical element.
Oh, that's That's fun. Yay.
Yay.
And that sounds like I'm going to need help to survive there if I try. Yay.
Are the...
Well-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well,
You actually roll me an investigation real quick as well.
alright. Investigation. 15. Can I flash a genius that? Because I
Sure.
don't use that often. Yay, plus 4. 19.
You don't find any conclusive evidence, but there is a rumor about a thunder serpent that can fly.
Did you introduce...
Probably some kind of bird. It's
Did
not
you
gonna, it's
introduce
not. It's gonna be a flying
Narwa?
wyvern. It's not gonna be a bird. It's gonna be a bird wyvern, not a flying wyvern.
Did
Actually, no. These people will be like a sea wyvern for some god awful reason.
Did you fucking put Narwa in this game?
Maybe.
Narwhals living in the ocean. I'm sorry, that's
Yeah.
what I heard.
I will note all the new stuff from Rise is in here right now, at least until the Sunbreak DLC comes out, and then they'll have to update it again.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. That's death. On a very meta level that Kiljow knows absolutely nothing about. Coming from me as a player to the players. That's death. That's the final boss of Rise right now.
Not quite.
Other than Jet Dragon.
But yes, it's a very, you don't hear a lot of concrete information, but somebody's cited it near there. They're not really sure what it was or if the person's report is even reliable. But according to what you're hearing, it was seen taking on and winning against a Fulgur Anjanath. So you could assume it's probably pretty dangerous.
Which also means that
Yeah.
Ibushi is probably there as well.
Yeah. There's that.
Sounds
There are a
like
lot of
fun.
things I do want to do.
We should go do that.
Like later.
We should go hunt it tomorrow.
I have other things to do first.
Is my Palico farm bloodstone fruit ready?
How much time do I have left?
Let me look. Is it here?
Oh my gosh, they put in the pumpkin Uragon.
I have 19 pieces. There are 20 individual ones planted in the Palico farm.
Right.
And that was when we got back from the desert. So a month of downtime for that. Do I have this in my notes? Let me see if I have this in my notes. I may
I
have
believe
this
last
in
time
my...
you said something either like a month and a half or half a month.
Let me check my notes. Okay, 20 planter at Palico Farm in ideal conditions. Collectible after Malfestio mission or one additional downtime. Plant growth cycle 3.5 months. So
Alright.
yes, they would be, they would in fact be collectible now.
Do you remember what percentage you promised to the researchers? I believe it was something like 20 to 40%, somewhere in that range.
Yes, I promised Joshua, who is covering the costs for growth, 40% of the first month's harvest, and then 20% after that, which I assume means that they're harvestable every month.
No. But they are a refruiting plant. They will grow more fruit.
Okay.
It just takes less time than the full growth cycle of the initial plant.
Yeah, the initial growth cycle is 3.5 months.
We'll say the regrowth cycle is 2 months.
Okay, let me add that to my notes. You said 2 months?
Yes.
Okay. And there are 20 of the plants in the Palico farm.
Correct. So, for the harvest,
And for the sake of simplicity, for me, you can tell me how many are in a bushel, but I'd prefer just like I need to know how many bushels I get.
all right.
I can add that
Bushel
information to my notes
size.
and like how many there are per bushel roughly in terms of fruits and then
Well,
how many...
I can't tell you that a bushel is equal to 2 kennings, 4 pecks, or 8 dry gallons.
I really just would, I think you need to know how many fruits I get in a bushel and how many bushels I get in, or how many bushels the harvest is in total. Because the deal was in bushels.
All right, let's say 1 bushel is 30 fruits.
Okay, 1, and I'm gonna butcher the spelling if I don't find it.
Bushel.
30 fruits. Okay. And
So, on that note,
how many bushels per plant?
I need you to roll me 20d8.
So each plant gives d8 bushels?
No, d8 fruit.
Each plant gives 1d8 fruit. I'm just making sure I have all this in my notes. I'm assuming they would give me less if they weren't in ideal conditions.
Correct.
Roll 20.
The standard for them, they're not like a very productive fruit, which is part of the reason that they weren't widely used for agriculture.
Yep. 20d8.
The base level is 1d6. Proper conditions makes it 1d8. All right, so you get 93 fruits with a perfectly even number of 1s and 8s.
So 37 to the researchers.
Mm-hmm.
Leaves me with 56.
Mm-hmm.
My inventory. Jar of dried fruit. Should I? We were able to reconstitute the dried fruits in water.
Right.
Would those be usable in the bushels?
If you wanted to add them to the bushels, let's just make this easy for you. It takes twice as many fruit without because reconstituting them is essentially just getting them ready for cooking, or plantation. That's if you reconstitute dried fruit, it doesn't make like a fresh fruit.
So twice as many dried as I'm missing. So 8 dried fruits to cover completing 2 bushels.
Yes.
Okay. I will do that. So I have add an item to my inventory. Stone, fruit, bushel. How much does a bushel of these weigh?
Well,
I
I need a comparable point of reference. 50 pounds.
Okay.
If anyone wants to work out the weight of a fruit from there, feel free. I don't really care.
Held bag holding, but I'm gonna keep it in my inventory for access. And for whatever reason, okay, so we're just gonna have to leave it as 0 pounds in my inventory and note 50 pounds per bushel in the notes. Shoot, I never went and redid the... Did I ever give... Oh, it's fine. Oh... Balance out. Okay. So yeah, I have two bushels of bloodstone fruits.
All right.
Okay. Deliver the fruits to the researchers.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be interested in talking to Joshua about expanding the planting.
All right.
Do you know roughly how much it would be to increase the number of planters we have?
Well, I think that given the number of planters there are, it would take an additional. Seems to be counting in his head for half a second. Roughly an additional 50 gold to plant another 20.
Okay. Okay. I will give him 10 of the dried fruits that we used to initially plant.
All right.
And 25 gold to plant 10 more for 30 planters in total.
All right. So you have 20 that will be ready again in 2 months, 10 that will be ready in 3.5 months, and then those 20 will be ready in 4 months, and then those 10 will be ready in 5.5 months. I'm just probably going to just magically make them sync up at some point.
Please do. Please do.
So let's say your next harvest will just be the 20, and the one after that will be all 30.
Sounds good.
2 months and 2 months.
I
You don't
don't
have to keep track of each individual plantation he does. This one will be done in like 5 months, and this one will be done a week after that. And this one will be done like between there. I'm not quite sure. I forgot.
No,
This
because
one only
I
happens
think
on the
it's
full
crazy.
moon.
within like one growth cycle in real time of like the plants growing, like I'd probably have 2 more plantings separated by
Get
like
it
a
crazy.
month in game, and we're gonna need an Excel spreadsheet to track this, and that's not worth it. Okay. Wonderful. I have those, and I'm assuming the harvesting and everything takes a week of my downtime.
Yeah.
It's Palico Farm stuff.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Awesome.
All right.
That is my
what?
first week.
Yeah. Let's figure out how you guys are spending the rest of the month first, and then see where you want to go from there as far as additional downtime goes. That leaves you with 3 extra weeks, Sig with 3 extra weeks, and Nysdrith with 2, and Jacob with I'll discuss later.
Okay.
All right.
Could I say that I had, because we wanted to do more downtime, correct?
I believe you guys had said that you wanted to, so
For some
Okay.
reason, we wanted to do like 3 months, I thought. I don't remember who that was.
No.
I believe Silent wanted to work more towards learning brewer's tools and or training animals.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, we have the money to take a couple months off.
I thought there was something that Sig wanted to do, no?
It was going to start researching into dimensional transitioning. You know, work on my level 28 project.
Yeah.
Because I fully expect we're past level 20 when I'm done with my ship.
Well, I mean, if you want, you could start assembling the ship. But yeah, if you want to, this will be another point towards a longer downtime. Sig, if you want to research something like that,
It's going to take a while, yeah.
well, not only will it take a
actually
while,
find people who can actually know anything about it.
right? And part of that is going to be there's somewhat limited resources academically, or with high-level stuff like that. That's a lot more conceptual in the frontier camp. You might have some luck at the Wayfarer's Respite if you can find a very powerful spellcaster there, or someone willing to sell some information. Alternatively, given the time frame of the downtime, and assuming that everyone's okay with it, you could sail back to the mainland temporarily and find a research facility there. You could also talk to the researchers here, but again, that's very high-level stuff.
Yeah, gonna. Probably going to start off with working on individual things that would be useful in the ship first,
Mm-hmm.
such as like I did with the dimensional stabilizer. It's a useful thing. Not very useful now, but will be useful later. What spell level is non-detection?
Say 4th or 5th.
Third.
It's lower than I thought.
Yeah. I need to start looking into cloaking mechanisms. Because there's a lot of bad things in the Astral Sea. What was detection things? To know them first. Alright, so I have broken the remnants of the Ring of Seething, Shield of Missile Attraction, and I know we also have the No Stones, or is it No Stones Unturned reference thing. Can I spend some downtime just trying to study and learn their enchantments? I think they'll be useful for, like, eventually creating something that, like the No Stones Unturned ability to find things on the ground, but more like a general radar sort of thing. But it's now
yeah.
figure out how the enchantments work.
Right.
Just spend that time learning them, figuring out how they work.
All right. Tell you what. Roll me an Arcana check twice.
Not great at that, but okay.
All right. So this was less to determine whether you could, because I mean you're an artificer, and more to determine how long it takes.
I could toss in like a flash gene, so that helps.
Slightly. So if you're willing, you can spend the next 2 weeks or so studying these, picking them apart. Probably spend about 40 gold or so in resources as you experiment with them. And
Alright.
you learn quite a bit about how the enchantments work. The No Stones
No Stones, that's what it's called.
seem to be somewhere between primal magic, like druidic magic, and divination. The Ring of Seething involves a curse of the enchantment school. And while you don't think you could, like, just replicate the items at this point, you have an idea of how to start constructing similar effects, if you wanted to do that, and do additional testing to try and put together an item that's similar or determine what you might need for such an item.
I was most interested in the Ring of Seething's odd ability to detect like creature types so well. Like, it apparently is good enough that it can recognize a creature's type from a decent distance pretty accurately if it like, specifically forces you to attack them.
You want
Well,
the pieces of the Ring of Seething?
Well, yeah. I think you offered them to me when I first broke them off of your finger.
Oh, okay. I had them still in my inventory. Never mind. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. You're able to get a little bit of information about how it recognizes signatures of certain creatures from different planes or composed of certain types of energy. Essentially, the way that it works is it senses local energy of creatures that is composed of high concentrations of energy from anything other than the material plane. And the different creature types you can choose for it are essentially filters of that ability.
That could be far more useful than I originally thought of. Not sure how yet, but that seems useful. How do you spell creatures? It's an H in it, right?
Creatures.
It was a T, not a C. No. Eh. The last thing I kind of want to do, because that was 2 weeks, is upgrade my gun from common to uncommon. I have the equipment for it.
All right. And okay, yeah, that takes a week and half of the listed price, which I believe is
250 is half of the 500 for uncommon.
yeah.
Yeah. I have an uncommon gun and rare armor. Let's go.
Question: can I make an amendment to my first week activity?
Maybe.
Also, there's one thing. Now that you're here, Kiljow, I wanted to give you something.
Hold up. Can I have planted an additional 30 more bloodstone fruits?
Sure. It would cost an additional 75 gold.
Yep, that's fine. I have 1 bushel left and 75 gold. Well spent. Which means I now have 60 planters.
Alrighty.
Yes. What do you? What's up, Sig?
I'm thinking you can. I want to give you my 2 energy drinks. Yes, I decided that you are worth the 4,000 gold.
Oh, I mean, thank you. What do they do?
If you drink them, they make you less exhausted, like you like to do to yourself.
Oh, that would be really useful. Yeah.
If you find any natural shrooms, I can probably make more of them.
On a side note, mechanically, that's a rare potion, half a pound. When you drink it, you reduce your exhaustion by 1.
Okay. Half
You
a
take
pound each.
natural
Which means
shrooms.
that goes up to 472.
Not sure what you find natural shrooms, but if you find more, I'll make you more.
I feel like that summarizes most of the items we find. We don't know where we find them, but we find them.
Alright.
And it reduces exhaustion by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At this point, from the week, my exhaustion would be gone, which is awesome. So I have 3 weeks left. Could I say that I had agreed to meet Hearth in 2 weeks' time to go with him?
Sure.
So after my second downtime week.
Right.
First thing I'm going to do during the downtime week, at some point, not stay for any length of time, tavern, drop off the bushel.
Alright.
Give the
Just go ahead and
bushel
update
of...
that.
Yep, give the bushel of bloodstone fruit to Kabiel. Brings me to 2,392.
Yay. 2.
Because it's 2 per bushel. Hence why I planted an additional 30 after thinking about it. And then I'm hoping for my second week to get some kind of payout from doing another round of carousing. I didn't really get anything from doing
Gosh dang it.
the first time.
Okay.
So we're doing a second round. I've now, made some contacts, met some people. I'm going around again.
Are you, just remind me, you were looking for Silverblood? Or...
I am looking on information for pieces. I'm looking for information on Silverblood. I'm looking for information on an individual, trying to locate an individual named Etana. And I'm looking for information on, I believe it was Scarlet Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for that one in my notes real quick.
Was there a particular group you wanted to socialize with, or did you want to just sort of...
Well, same as I did last time.
Just remind me again, because my brain's very... right now.
It was not like... I have to open this up here. Like, it wasn't like upper class, but it was a collection of like middle class, like merchants, etc., that had, more dubious connections, as well as individuals in kind of like the criminal lower class.
All right. There's the...
Not like grunt thugs, but like in the downtime activity, it says that like criminals are, or people of like dubious activities are considered in the lower class.
Mm-hmm.
And just let me know how much gold it costs to do.
Well, you can pay 10, 50, or 250 gold per week.
Well, the cost is based on what class you're, and so because I'm doing some middle class as well, I'll just say 50.
Yeah,
makes
all right.
sense.
Go ahead and roll me a... what's your best charisma skill? Okay, roll me persuasion, but you have advantage because you've already started this sort of line of inquiry.
Okay. To answer your question, my best persuasion skill is no. They're all +0. Every single one of them.
All right.
Alright, come on. Kiljow lot. 16. Not bad.
Not bad. You're able to, like, going among the merchants and the guards and some of the other people that you'd consider more of like the middle of the wealth curve here. There's not a huge wealth curve because, I mean, it's a frontier camp.
Yeah.
But you are able to find out that one of the merchants has heard of Silverblood as a reference to a type of alchemical substance. It's actually a type of metal substance that reacts to lodestones.
Okay, let me put this into my notes somewhere. These are people. Okay. Alright. Silverblood is a type of... You said it's a type of metal that reacts with lodestones?
Correct.
Any information on where it could possibly be located?
You don't. The no one that you find knows about it knows like a specific source. Just that there are some places on the mainland where they're able to procure it for arcane research or similar things.
Do they know where they're able to procure it?
Not particularly. They could point you towards somebody who might, but they would be on the mainland. It would be of interest, though. It's a naturally occurring substance. So you may be able to just find some in the wild if you went looking for it, but...
But that wouldn't complete my...
Right.
Objective. Do they have contacts here that would be able... I'd be able to talk to that would know? Or that I'd be able to purchase the information from?
From the people you're talking to in the frontier camp, they don't really use any here, so they don't import any. One of the merchants mentioned something about a merchant on the mainland who works with rarer arcane materials, who might be able to point you in the right direction, but...
And how long of a trip is it to the mainland?
About 3 weeks by ship.
Okay, not as bad as I was expecting. Thought you were going to tell me like 6 months. Okay.
They will give you a name, Timothy Wellworth.
Travel to mainland and speak with Wellworth regarding where it can be cured. Okay. I think I also spelled lodestone wrong. I did. Now it's fixed.
Right.
I'm assuming he tells me like what, like where this Timothy Wellworth is, so that I'm not like just like, all right, guys, I'm going on a expedition to the mainland to find this person somewhere.
Yes. Let's find a specific. Where is the old world? There we go. I don't care about your calendar because I'm not using it. You know, they had a map in the previous one. That's what I'm looking for because I know where on the landmass I want it to be, but also don't know. It's near the end, probably, isn't it?
That's the nice thing. I don't need to go procure it. I just need to find out where a reliable source of it is.
Correct. So they say that the person that you would want to look for is in Mindguard.
Is it a port town?
Yes.
Oh, that makes my job a lot easier. Cool. Just as a reminder about the last thing I was looking for,
No, I will say for the rod, you don't find any information about it.
Not surprised. Not surprised. Any information about locating an individual named Atana.
Nobody you talk
you-
to knows anyone with that name.
Specifically, a person named Atana, and as some additional potential information for helping identify this person, might be going under a false name. Like a vague description of what a moon told me. Of like what the name might imply from where they're from, what a general description could potentially be.
All right. Yeah. You find a couple of people that will let you know. Yeah, they don't personally know anyone with that name very well. They know there's, of course, more than one person with that name. And some people use surnames, but if you're looking for somebody without a surname, that's not incredibly common. And it's not an incredibly common name either. But they point you, say, like, you know, a good place to start looking would be Locklack City.
Okay. Let me add this to my... Yeah, I'm just gonna add it to my item hunt section notes. Sorry, random person named Atana.
I will note, Mindguard is one of the two port towns that you would be the closest to the frontier. That would be your 3 weeks or so trip.
Good place to begin searching for Atana would be in Locklack City.
Mm-hmm.
Timothy Wolf was located in Mindguard, Port Town in Old World. Okay, continue.
Locklack City is nowhere near as close. You'd either have to take a full 6 weeks of sailing and then travel through a desert across most of a continent, or take a full 5 months of sailing.
So, Mindguard, Port Town, the Old World, 3 week sail. Locklack is Inland City.
Let me see if I can share my screen here and give you a better idea.
You said 6 week sailing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how you spell sailing. And then cross desert, or 5 months?
It's an additional 6 weeks of sailing. So it would be
9
3
weeks
months,
of sailing.
and then, no, 6 plus 6 is 12. It's a 6-week sail from Mindguard. Or 3 weeks, sorry. That's my brain.
So it's 6 weeks sailing, and then crossing a desert, or 5 months of sailing?
Correct. And here, I will show you why. If you look at the stream I have on Discord currently, I will upload a map of this later since we're getting a bit more involved with the old world, possibly.
Sorry.
Can you see my mouse on screen?
After I pull up your stream, I may be able to. That is fucking tiny. I cannot see your mouse.
Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in and pan a little bit.
Okay. That's Mindguard, okay.
That's Mindguard.
And I assume we're coming from like left, like northwest somewhere?
Yeah, northwest. Verudo would be the other port town that you'd be able to go to.
Okay.
Pretty easily. Right? And there's Locklack City.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of a ways.
Cool. Out of curiosity. Other thing that might be on that map that I might be getting info on. I don't know, so you don't have to show me yet.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be able to give you a accurate reminder. I was also looking for any information on Scarlet Rock. Based on the note we found with the treasure that we got from the sea ruins. The note mentioned that the pirates had been using the ruins as a base of operations and mentioned Scarlet Rock as a contact point with the mainland of the old world. As, if I was understanding your description correctly, also like a pirate location. Or at least like an outlaw, lawless type city.
Asking around, you don't really find anyone that has any real knowledge about that specifically.
Okay.
Some people are able to tell you that there's occasional problems with pirates in the areas near port towns, of course. Some people suspect that they may have bases in the Primal Forest, or in the Polar Fields, or some other coastal area.
Yeah, I know you had described Scarlet Rock as, from what I had known already, as like an island of some kind, like an island place.
Right. There's, yeah, you'd be able to find out from people in town generally. There's a lot of very small islands around the coasts, and around, around the frontier.
But nothing specific.
Yeah, none of them know of any island that would be called Scarlet Rock. It might, for all you know, it might just be called something different.
Okay.
And that's what they referred to it as, or it could be something no one knows about, or it could be a landmark more than a island.
Makes sense.
You're not sure.
No, that's fine. Thank you.
All right. Blue. Goodbye, map. I'll get back to you later.
You will add the map as a handout.
The thing I really do like about this program is I can rotate the entire thing, and it just rotates each page.
Yeah.
It's nice. Because in the base book, the PDF, the map is sideways.
Wow, so now, fuck, like, we had, like, a plot line developing, and this has just, like, created massive side derailment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, you gotta make choices. Choose what to focus on.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you do manage to bring that all back to Cacabiel.
Yeah.
You and Nysdrith each have 2 more weeks in the initial month.
Well, starting in the 3rd week of the initial month is when I was saying I was going to meet up with Hearth and go back to his plane.
Right.
How long does it take to learn brewing in total?
It depends. If you want like proficiency with brewer's tools, 250 days. It takes 250 days to of study to train a new skill or language or tool proficiency. According to the...
Stop fucking pinging that. 0 out of 250.
Right.
It's 5 gold a month.
For the
The
fees,
guild?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go to 48. And to start, I'm gonna spend a month and a half in Hearth's World.
All right.
Which,
We'll get you back just in time for the harvest again.
yes. And how many days is a month in his world? 30, 31?
Let's say 30 for the. Well, you're going for that much time. I'm going to assume the time flows the same. Like, they don't have the same calendar or anything, but
Okay.
you'll be gone for 30 days
Plus
times
2
1.5.
weeks.
Yeah. So
So
you'll be gone for 4
40
weeks. 6 weeks, sorry. Let. Yes.
So 30 plus 2 weeks is...
Well, it's 6 weeks
14.
total, which would be 42 days.
42 days. Alright.
All right. And just for the sake of it, go ahead and roll for me now. The 20d8 again.
Yes.
All right, you get 101 fruits.
Alright, so 101 fruits. Notes. 20% because it's not the initial harvest.
Mm-hmm.
So 20 fruits. I don't know why I do that. I have 81 fruits. Gonna add another thing to my sheet. Where is it? There it is. It did not move. Oh, that's why I'm dumb. Okay. So that is 2 bushels. And a bushel is 50 pounds of 30 fruit, so an individual fruit is 1.666 repeating. God damn it. I'm just gonna call it 1.5 for bookkeeping if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could just put 1.5 bushels and X fruits. That would also work. Or
Well,
1 bushel X fruits.
Yeah, no, I have 2 bushels and I have 21 extra fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How does training go with Hearth?
Well, his world's interesting. You go with him, and
I was gonna say I'm there for a month and a half. Tell me a little bit about this place.
apparently the plane
What's
he
its
comes
name?
from. Ah, okay, yeah. So you ask, presumably at some point, what the place is called.
Mostly just to poke the DM, but yes, what's it called?
The inhabitants of the world refer to it as Verdun.
Okay.
And to your surprise, or not maybe, because you've seen Heart, the majority of the inhabitants of this world seem to be plants of various types.
How do you spell the plane name? Okay, thank you.
There are tree people like Hearth. There's people that are formed entirely from vines. There's tiny little fairy-like flower people. There's short little bush people that are almost like exclusively made up of various types of herbaceous plants. Disturbingly, the inverse seems to be true. There are quite a few of the plants in this realm that are still plants, but there's also a lot that happen to be either giant fungi or apparently made of animal flesh.
Plants made of flesh?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
They're not, particularly stand out much, but you do notice at one point things like there's fallen branches that just have like a desiccated arm, except instead of a hand, it's just a branch. It's weird, but
Okay.
you spend time with Hearth and get to know more about the brewing processes he uses.
Now, where does Hearth live?
Hearth lives inside of a mycelium tree,
Okay.
which is, for all intents and purposes, a very large woody mushroom.
Okay.
And most of his workshop is in the basement for various things. He's also got an area that's built off to one side, and you notice that like he's using wood to build with, but it seems to come more from the mushrooms. And it's a fairly large area that's full of larger tanks or kegs, variously made out of metal or more of the mushroom wood.
So
Interestingly,
it'll impart a much different flavor onto any alcohols that are aged in them than like if they were aged in, say, like an oak or something.
right.
Okay.
Although over your time there, you do find that they have a lot of like mushroom types of wood that are fairly analogous to regular types of wood in your world. Interestingly, the basis of most of the fermentation here, rather than being hops, appears to be a small plant that creates clusters of seedlings, almost like grape growing on a vine, but with very small, round, bead-like seeds rather than grapes.
Okay. Is it just that that's what they use, or do they not seem to like have hops or grapes or anything?
I mean, it seems like that's just what they use. And in your time there, you see a lot of like fruit. And at first, especially because of the use of the mushroom wood, you think like maybe they don't like eating plants very much. But no, you notice the plant people eat other plants all the time. It's not really any big deal.
Do they eat other plant people?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say this is the land of plants and cannibalism.
I'm vegan, internal screaming.
Okay.
And I will, because I'm assuming that after I dropped off the bloodstones to Kakabio, he passed them off to Hearth.
Yeah. No, you do get a bit more appreciation for how the bloodstones can be used in fermentation.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly,
I was
the
gonna
first-
say I'd if he needed any assistance with the brewing process, I just while I'm learning try to help action
the brewing the bloodstone fruit.
Right, so
That's
apparently,
a very convoluted way of saying I'd assist him as part of trading, but mechanically
yeah,
speaking.
an interesting thing, because he's still experimenting with it, and he's only got the one bushel.
Mhm.
He lets you know that he's tried something similar with previous fruits, because these ones don't have the right composition to ferment properly.
Mm-hmm.
So what he does is he puts them all in a large flat dish with a shallow pool of like half an inch of water at the bottom. And then he slices each of the fruits open, and he pulls out a large pouch and sprinkles some powder over the top of them. And he explains to you that this is a type of spore that helps increase fermentation or the breakdown of the fruit. And as the first
Before he does that for all of the bushel.
right, he doesn't do that with all the bushel. He does it with like 10 to start, just to see if it works, essentially, because he's still experimenting with it.
Okay, I would probably mention to him that, well, we're still, even because the fruits have been extinct for a few hundred years.
Mm-hmm.
We're still like experimenting with them, and the researchers from where I'm from are studying them, and I can bring any information they find out to him, might help him out. They do have some kind of like property in like necromantic magic, so they might react differently to the fermentation process.
Yeah, he nods. I had already been told as much by Kokabiel. It's part of the reason that I'm experimenting with this method. It works sometimes on other fruits, and mushrooms are typically associated with the process of decay, so I thought that perhaps it might help.
Okay, I didn't know if you had been told, so I figured it might just be useful information.
Of course. And yeah, over the first 2 weeks that you're there, uh, this forest of spores grows into like a fuzzy mold. But after it reaches that initial stage where a lot of molds would send up spore clusters,
Mm-hmm.
and instead it just sort of starts thickening the hairs. You notice the fruits starting to like shrivel and rot a little bit. But instead of smelling bad, it starts smelling sweet and pungent. Starts to get almost a little bit of a vinegary sort of smell to it. And at this point, you've been helping Hearth out with other stuff, mostly carrying things around and filling things up and having him tell you about the various processes that he uses for fermentation or distilling. And then he takes this container of fruits and mashes them into sort of this weird pulpy mixture, and mixes it with just a barrel of water and sets it, a very small barrel, and he sets it up in a sort of a warm location sitting out, and lets you know that he's going to let that ferment for a while and see how it reacts. And from there, he teaches you a bit more about the fermentation methods he uses, some of the additives. There's a type of honey, for lack of a better word, that they use.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than being this thick, running, amber-colored material, it's more of almost like a clear pink. If you ask about it, he explains, that there's a lot of different kinds of bees here, and he'll show you that he's got essentially a lot of different types of honey, and they come in different colors, different textures, different thicknesses.
Well, I think that Leo would be super interested in all the different types of honey and all the different foods from here. She really enjoys cooking.
Well, perhaps she could visit sometime.
She would probably really enjoy that. We're signing Jacob up for side missions
Yep.
without him here.
Yeah, and he just, throughout the rest of the time, shows you more about the general brewing process. He shows you he has sort of a workshop-like area where he can enchant special properties into the brew, but essentially tells you, you're not at the point where you can even do that. So he's just showing you because he thought you'd enjoy seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. That does put Kiljow up to 8 weeks worth of downtime.
Yep, y'all have another 4 weeks.
Yep. Sig has another 4 weeks, and Nysdrith has another 6.
Alright.
4 weeks. 4 times 10.
Okay, so what are we up to now? 6 weeks?
You're up to 2.
Oh, okay.
You have 6 weeks before being up to the same point Killjaw's at 2 months.
Okay.
Yup.
I was losing track of how much shit Kiljow was doing there, honestly.
Yeah, I have it written down.
Yeah, Kiljow basically did palico farming, carousing, and then traveled to a different dimension for a month and a half to learn how to brew.
Alright, I will actually be back in about 30 seconds.
Okay.
So, give you some time to consider.
A lot more things I want to do. Like a solid year's worth or two. Eh.
Yeah, I think we were
So,
just... we were
what
just-
else are you looking for this flying ship thingamajiggy of yours?
Well, I was going to work on probably a cloaking device of some kind. Because the Astral Sea is kind of a scary place to actually be in. A whole lot of nothing, except for when something's there. Then it's bad. I have an idea or two for that. Going to take some time. But probably the most important part, and the part I haven't started yet, is the engine to power it all. Probably should try and make myself a normal ship first. Get used to flying first, then try to get to the other place.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna need to make an airship like that one over there. Can we
I've studied the
buy an
engines of-
airship?
I mean,
Probably.
not that probably won't be that hard to figure out. I studied the engines of them before. I had my own ideas for my own versions.
The only difficult part about us buying an airship would probably be the cost.
I mean, how much does an airship cost?
Probably a bit.
I mean,
Probably
yeah, it's gonna cost a
lot.
bit, but how much?
I could maybe make a smaller one.
Let me...
Something small, maneuverable.
Oh, wait, vehicles, that's what I wanted. Let's try this again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you're back. Hi.
For reference,
You could probably hear us.
boats are expensive.
By a lot, yeah.
How much does an
for-
airship cost?
Well, just for your reference, Dan, a longship costs 10,000 gold, or a sailing ship costs 10,000 gold. A galley costs 30,000. A smaller one, like a sloop, might cost as little as 3,000 gold. And this is for a regular ship. Airships would be more expensive.
I mean, airships are just like regular ships, but in the sky? Maybe? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay, so
I'd say
let me see here real
it's
quickly.
probably like at least 40k.
0.1% there right now.
I'm not really willing to spend everything
You
I
only
have
have-
on it yet.
You only have 10 gold.
For a $30,000 ship, I have 3,000 gold.
Yeah, that's 10%, not 0.1%.
I was going
I
off
think-
with the 300,000 for the airship, honestly.
I only have about 1,000 gold on me.
I'd say an airship we could probably expect like at minimum like 40 to 50,000.
I mean, you could always ask. There's an airship port in town.
They sell airships there?
Probably could ask them how much it costs, but I don't think they sell them here.
I walk over and I ask.
All right.
Hey, who's in charge over here?
Wait. Make sure you
No.
go to the airship dock and ask when that gnome is there.
Oh, right. What was that gnome's name again? I'm pretty sure I wrote it down. Maybe not.
I think he avoided talking to us as much as possible, so he didn't tell us his name.
And this is how BBEGs are born.
Let's see.
And
No,
once
do
I have
not have
taken
his
care of
name.
you meddlesome heroes, the world will drown in paperwork.
Let's
Oh, well.
see.
Yeah, I think he specifically avoided telling us his name.
Quite possibly.
3, 5, 7, 8.
Hey, who's the dock master here?
Well, are you asking that of the people there, or are you asking that of me?
I find somebody who looks like he's working there and ask him.
Oh, that would be Pinion, I think.
Pinion. You know where I can find him? I got a quick question.
Oh yeah, he's just over there, up on the ship. And he sort of points up towards the top of the docks, where there's a rather vibrant sloop that's at port right now. Oh, he's taking a look at a bit of the engine pieces because they're a bit stuck. A bit of a spot of trouble in it.
On that particular one there? How do I get up there?
Or you just have to go through reception. What do you need to talk to the captain for again?
Well, to be honest, I'm kind of curious as to how much these things cost.
And I just gesture at the sloop that he's working on.
Oh, I mean, they're usually a bit of a custom deal thing. Not really any big producer airships. I mean, you go back on the mainland, you can buy an engine.
Yeah, but you can't buy a whole airship. Or can you? Is there an airship sales center?
Used airship salesman.
Yeah, where do I find a used airship salesman at?
He looks at you like you're crazy.
I'm used to getting that look right now, buddy.
Oh.
Right. not sure that there's anything like that. There's people that'll build them for you.
Ah, so we have to get it custom made, huh?
I mean, unless you can find someone who wants to sell theirs.
How much does the engines usually go for on these things?
Oh, it depends on what kind of engine you want.
Let's say for like a medium-sized ship.
Oh, it's probably going to run you about 10k.
Ah, alright, good to know of that part. Thank you.
Oh, I'm happy to help. Do you need anything else?
It's about all I'm gonna get right now, I think. Unless I'm gonna
Okay.
try to get to Pinion up there.
Well, I could try and grab the captain.
That's alright. But thank you.
Alright, you have a good day.
You too. Oh, hey, Sig.
Fast forward.
Yeah, so if you want to buy an
Yes.
engine, they cost like 10k. Or 10,000 on their own. We'd still have to get a boat, but I'm not quite certain how well that works. We'd have to go onto the mainland to find somebody to make one for us if we just wanted to get an airship. Which tells me that they can be made, but we're gonna have to find some blueprints if you and I want to just make one of these things ourselves. And I'm guessing that a blueprint for an airship would be a good start for your whole Astral Seas ship that you're trying to make.
I generally understand how they work well enough. I've ripped apart one or two of them back in the desert. One fell a sky and I ripped it apart, figuring out how it worked.
Did you happen to save the engine?
It was a giant thing, like bigger than me. No.
It was also partially slagged.
It was also partially not fully there, which is really actually more helpful than it was harmful.
So you know how to make one of these things already.
Yeah, I've seen a broken one, and I generally understand it. I probably should study an actual working one first. But generally, yes.
Actually, I overheard some of the dock workers saying how the dockmaster Pinion was working on an airship sleuth's engine that was not in the greatest of conditions, I guess. If you're looking to get your hands on a working engine, it might not be such a bad idea for us to head on over there and see if we can help at all.
That's actually a pretty good idea. Oddly enough.
TikTok, I'm willing to help out with this.
Alright, I'm in.
We start heading back over to the airship dock.
Godrock, you're in charge. Alpha, don't burn anything down.
He
Hi,
nods.
Alpha.
Can I say it? Can I say it? I'm gonna say it. Alpha nods.
Oh, look, he remembers me.
Did we lose Taylor? Still
Taylor?
here?
No, I'm still here. I'm just like, are you guys going over there? Or are you just saying you're going to?
Nope, we're going over there.
Going to pick up my tools. Have Beta come with me to the airship.
Who's Beta?
My homunculus.
All right.
People forgot that's the thing. I do have homunculus.
What is your homunculus?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway,
It kind of looks like Alpha, but has hands instead of those weird spider legs. I was inspired by those weird brain things we fought.
That's truly terrifying.
It is.
No, I mean your homunculus.
I want it to
Oh.
die.
Beta nods.
anyway,
I actually,
make your way back over to the airship dock.
I actually have to send this.
Right, and the time you get there just in time to see that little sloop taking off, and another larger ship docking.
They told me the engine wasn't working. Ah, dang it all.
Yeah. Time is money. Probably fixed it by now.
I didn't think we were gone that long.
I mean, it's most of the way across camp. Takes you a good half an hour to an hour just to walk it.
Oh shit. This place is bigger than I thought.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's nice camp.
Yeah, but look at the people. I mean, they're not that small. Gotta think it.
Yeah, those are giants.
Yeah.
It's a stylistic choice. Come on.
I guess that's the case there. I was looking at it going, wow, this is a really small place. And all of a sudden, no, it's like, oh shit, this is like a mile and a half or some shit like that. Okay, gotcha.
Because otherwise, you'd just be like, what are those dots on the map? Right. So,
Well, go
Did you
in.
get-
I start walking in through check-in.
there's it's like a dwarf sitting at a desk.
Hello. I have a question for you.
Oh,
I'm
I might have an answer.
Yeah, you see, we're looking to be of some service, and we've heard that you guys have occasionally had a couple of issues with some of your airships, engines, the gas bags, all that kind of fun stuff. We have some helpful skills, and we're looking to learn a little more about these airships. And we're curious if there's any like contract work or anything like that we could do to lend our services.
Not sure about that. I'd have to see if the higher ups have any ideas. If you wouldn't mind waiting.
Got no problem with that. I've got like whatever the heck it is, like 6 weeks or some shit like that before we catch up with Kiljow anyways.
The DM briefly appears to hit you with the metabat.
You know, I actually did feel that one.
Right. So he watches the
Feel
dwarf,
what?
walks away, goes up a sort of spiral staircase near the back.
Hey, it doesn't hurt to ask if, we can help out with fixing these things, and that'd be a good way for us to get some more hands-on with these airships.
Ow. Yeah, probably.
And
Hit my knee. Ow.
Stop hurting yourself already, Sig. You're the
No.
short freak here. How are you hurting
Alex!
yourself?
so as you're complaining about your leg health, the dwarf comes back down with what appears to be a humanoid bird wearing a flight jacket with a gun strapped across its chest and a pair of goggles on its head.
It's Kestrel's descendant.
Or ancestor.
We're in a different dimension. What?
It's Kestrel's daddy.
Oh
Anyway.
God.
It's
I'm
Tasha.
going to
I forgot.
choose and ignore that because there are different ways to interpret it.
I just realized that, yeah, this Tasha we're talking about, it's the fact we're in a different dimension doesn't really matter that much.
It could very well be Kestrel's daddy.
Please
Watch
stop
Dexter
saying it
Girl.
like that. So dwarf comes back with this Aarakocra in tow. Walks up, puts out a hand. Yes, how do you do? I am Pinion. Nice to meet you.
Sounds like Kestrel.
Nope, Sig's not gonna
Same
take it.
here. I'm
Go for it.
Sig Ultra. Okay, so
Uh,
pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I'm told that you wish to do work in exchange for learning about the ships. Sig Altria.
And I'm
Yes.
Nysdrith. Akambherylliax. Don't try to pronounce it. Even I can't pronounce it twice in a row.
Right. That's probably a good thing to mention. Yes. Nysdrith, it is good to meet you both. I must ask, what is your reason for your interest in the airships?
Mostly interested in their energy creation capacity more than anything else. As a generator, they're like one of the more efficient ones you could find.
I do not know about that. I
Like
would
for the
say
level
that
of output.
some of them are more efficient. Others are not. We do have an engine refurbishment program. If you would like to work on some of those while you learn.
Oh, that'd be most great, yes.
The way to get hands-on experience. Although I'm up for learning a little bit more about these airships. They're kind of cool.
Certainly, follow me. And he leads you out of the airship dock over to one of the larger buildings nearby. And from what you can see as you walk in, it's sort of like an office type building. But he goes down a set of stairs pretty close to the front door. You follow him. And in this basement area, there's just like a sort of like mechanical lift in the back, and you can see it's been used to bring in scattered pieces of engines or half-complete engines. As you come down, one of the energy crystals that usually is used in part of them is near the stairs and sparking, and Pinu just kind of like smacks it, and it turns solid glow again. That one is a very finicky energy crystal. If we can fix it, it will be much better for use. But as you can see, we have several engines that are in need of work and many pieces that need to be recalibrated. I myself do not do all of the work, so perhaps you would like to meet the other employee we have who works on the engineering.
Yes, that'd probably be for the best.
I think that perhaps he has the day off, but I could introduce him to you if you come back tomorrow.
All right then.
I mean, it's not exactly like we're doing anything else. At the moment, at least.
That could be the free time.
Alright, sounds like a plan. He's a little slow, sorry about that. But we'd be happy to return tomorrow and meet, what's this guy's name we're gonna be meeting?
His name is Mizer.
Miser? You just have misery without the Y, huh?
No, he is Mizer with Z's.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Airships.
And what time should we be here at? Or would he normally be in at?
I am not sure. He comes and goes, sort of as he wishes.
That's
Man after my own heart.
But I know that he should be back sometime before we have lunch, as he has promised to fix up one of the coils we have prior to that.
lunch today? I thought you asked us back here tomorrow. Or are you saying lunch
Lunch?
tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I got confused there for a second. Sorry. He's the smart one. I'm the idiot.
So not very much left for us to do here without Mizor, I guess.
Well, at least not until we learn what we can do. I mean, I see a whole lot of metal around, which, I can do a lot of stuff with, but I'm pretty sure he'll be angry at me if I do any of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could figure it out, but it would probably take longer than waiting for Mizor.
Yeah, I agree.
Like 2 days or so.
That's not really that long, honestly.
But it'd be like in 1 day, so it's faster. By a small amount.
I mean, sure, but it's only 1 day. I mean, if you were going to tell me something like it would take you like a month or something like that, I'd say, yeah, we should definitely wait for Mizor. But if you can figure this stuff out in 2 days, I mean, by the time Mizor gets here, you'll already have most of it figured out.
Let's just wait for Mizor.
Okay. So, I guess we will see you, we'll see Mizor. Do we check in with you, or do we just come straight here? Do we get badges? Please tell me we get badges.
If you would like, I can tell the secretary to bring you back here when you come along. Or perhaps let you know when Mizor is available.
Either way, that sounds great. So we'll check in with the secretary one way or the other.
All right then. I very much look forward to you working here, and wish you the best. And he will lead you back out of the building, and then take off towards the top of the airship dock.
Hmm.
Well, I'd say that
Nice.
ran it out as good as it could. Oops, sorry, go ahead.
Nice guy, I think. Also, it's kind of rude to make fun of someone's name. Akambherylliax.
But I was saying my name can't be pronounced. That's me making fun of my own name.
But you're making fun. Actually, it's pointing out the fact that you're making fun of Mizor's name while being hypothetical with your own name, which is also kind of weird to say.
I mean, the guy's name was Mizor. Just misery without the Y. And then they told me it was with 2 Z's. So that makes more sense.
You didn't know what his name was either? You didn't notice?
What, Pinion?
Yeah, Pinion. Like a pinion.
You know what? I didn't catch that. You see, this is why you're the smart one.
I don't... Alright then.
They whisper in her ear.
I'm gonna go.
Fucking up never hurt anybody.
I'm gonna go. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I'll be back.
Alright, well, I'll see you tomorrow. And I head over to the marketplace.
All right. Also, a bit of a retcon thought. Nysdrith, you have 2 weeks before Sig is done with his stuff.
Oh, shit.
So,
Oh.
Well, I started this after that 2-week stuff.
yeah.
Sheesh, that's confusing.
Right, so I got 2 weeks before I can meet up with Sig and do all this all over again. And I got another 4 weeks on top of that before we can meet up with Kiljow and get anything going on with that. Yeah, this time jumping shit is really confusing. And right, what's Leo doing? How many weeks do we have before we can meet up with Leo?
Don't know yet.
2.
Leo has done 2 weeks worth of stuff, and I will get together with Jacob to figure out what else is happening over the time between game sessions.
All right. Well, I have a couple of questions and just a straight up couple of things that I'm just letting you know I'm buying. First is I'm gonna grab myself 2 more trank bombs.
All right.
I'm going to grab what the heck was it? Some more metal filament net and another 10 feet of chain.
All right.
Which I can't find where those are right now. Why am I not seeing those? Yeah, well, whatever. Brings that up to 5.
Chain is 5 gold for 10 feet. Where did you get the metal
Yeah.
mesh net?
I know, I'm not seeing that, and I know I got it from here. Somewhere.
Huh. Oh, well, let's say a regular net is how much?
That's weird.
I have a net. It's really big.
It's 1 gold for a regular net, so let's say 5 for a metal one.
Okay, so that is 60 gold. Total. No, that is more than 60 gold. What am I saying? Okay. Right, so it's 50 gold per trank bomb. Okay, where the heck is it? There it is. Large barrel bomb. Is that just exactly as it sounds?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I can tell you
And-
the actual statistics for it, if you give me half a second. Bombs. Up. Items.
Ba-da-da-da.
Large barrel bomb. Doot. Setting fire to a large barrel bomb causes it to explode, dealing 7d6 fire damage to creatures within 10 feet unless they succeed on DC 15 dex save. For half damage.
7d6?
Yes.
Not too bad. Okay. See here, we have smoke and sonic bombs. Not going to be as effective for what I'm trying to get ready for on my end. Where was... Oh, right. Ring of, where the heck is... Shit. Where the hell is it? It was the... Okay, Ring of Rituals. What does that do? I couldn't find it when I was looking up the inventories.
Oh, it's in the irregular merchants.
Yes. Sorry.
Let me see what it does. Where are you? There you are. We are... Well, wearing this ring, you could speak its command word to cause a small, illusory flame to appear above it. The flame gives off light like a normal candle, but doesn't require oxygen or give off heat. Speaking the command word again snuffs out the light. In addition, when you catch the ritual version of a spell, you can use the ring as a material component of the spell in addition to its normal requirements. When you do, the ritual version of the spell's total casting time is reduced by 5 minutes. Once this property of the ring has been used, it can't be used again until the next dawn.
All right, a little more helpful for people with rituals. But,
Yeah,
okay.
that is probably something that would be helpful to have if you want to use a ring that increases your ability with rituals.
All right. Wondering, was there something else? I thought there was one other thing. And okay, there's poison smoke bomb. I'm guessing the poison smoke bomb, they save on a DC. If they don't, they are poisoned or something like that.
Yes, and it also creates an obscuring cloud of 20 feet size.
Okay.
Essentially, it's an obscuring cloud, and if you start your turn there, you need a DC 13 con save or be poisoned for an hour.
All right. And poisoned is disadvantage on ability checks, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Think. It's at the poisoned. Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay. How long does the smoke stay for?
4 rounds.
For
Wait, hold on. It doesn't specify a default duration. But I imagine it's based off of something like fog cloud. It says a moderate wind disperses it in 4 rounds. We'll assume probably something like 10 rounds for just by default.
Okay. Doot. All right. Where the heck was it? Questioning if I want to get either of those. Yeah, heck with it. I'll grab one of the poison smoke bombs and one of the large barrel bombs.
All right.
So that is 300 gold. Hey, I'm spending money. I'm no longer overweight on just gold. Now I'm overweight on everything else. Yes, I'm going to blow us up.
Out of curiosity, what downtime activities are you thinking of possibly doing?
Good question. One of them would be the Palico farm.
All right.
Just to get that out of the way. And the other, though, would be to actually go on a bit more of a specialized hunt. Looking for night shrooms. Or nitro shrooms. Sorry, nitro shrooms.
That's,
Nitro
I was going to say, what the frick is a night shroom? How do I not know about this?
Doing a Trenya.
I'm a Nysdrith.
No, he's saying, I'm not sure actually. Do you want to go on a Trenya adventure, or do you want to try like a mini session type thing? Like try and research where you can find nitro shrooms more commonly and then go on a mission there, or do you want to do more like a solo hunt or a Trenya adventure?
Which one was the Trenia adventure? Sorry. That special one? That's that special one, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Trenia is the one that the Palico brings you to various regions on the boat, and you can try to get items. Though they might just be growing nitro shrooms in the Palico farm.
Would they be growing nitro shrooms in the Palico farm? Wouldn't be that easy, would it?
I believe the Palico farm can get you access to anything that's, the type of check you make depends on the resource you're attempting to obtain. For fish, you make a strength, athletics, or dexterity sleight of hand. For insects, you can make a
Shrooms, it's
dex.
a wisdom nature. Or
Yeah.
survival. Oh, shit. Yeah, there you are.
Yeah. You can literally just go to the Palico farm and try to pick nitro shrooms.
Well, there's you do it the same as if you were trying to find material in the kind of area you're in, which for you guys would be forest.
Ew. So we wouldn't find nitro shrooms in the foresty area?
I mean, you might, but
I mean,
the thing
you
is,
find plenty of nitro shrooms in the forests and the games.
yes, but the mechanic for finding items is the same here as if you were just looking for items on a mission.
Okay.
Which means that you can't like specifically say, "I'm going to get nitro shrooms." It mechanically it works essentially for as if you say,
More
"Okay,
generic, like I'm going out for mushrooms, so I'm going to do a
Yes.
wisdom check of some
Yeah.
kind or another. Okay.
And the thing is, they grow different stuff that also happens to occur in the same area. So what you get is somewhat random.
Okay.
So, like, just as an example, to do world. Let's see, stat blocks for locations.
So I would
Probably
say
Verdant Hills.
Sorry.
Uh,
You can do a bit more focused if you just do a solo hunt.
there's a 1 in 6 chance of getting a nitro shroom if you pass the check at your current level.
For the Palico farm?
Yes.
It's worth giving it a shot. So that's 25 gold there.
But I'd assume that if you get nitro shrooms from Palico Farm, you could realistically spend money to propagate more.
Alright, so what am I looking for here? Just roll a survival check?
Mechanically, Kiljow, you'd have to, well, Silent, you'd have to specifically pay them to grow that. That's how that's working for you, and that's part of the setup cost.
That's what I was saying. He could pay them after he gets nitro shrooms to grow more nitro shrooms for him.
Possibly, yes. So, do you want? Because you get to choose 3 resources, but you can choose the same one 3 times if you want.
Okay.
So you spend 25 gold, and you're probably going to go with mushrooms.
Yes.
So make me 3 nature checks.
Oh, I was hoping for survival. Oh well. Ugh, not great. I'm hoping that 14 is good enough.
Holy crap. You get 2 nitro shrooms.
Woohoo!
Okay. Roll double 6s.
Yay!
7 doesn't pass, but...
Alright, so hang on a second here. I need to add that into here. So, ha.
Okay, and that's 1 week
2
worth
more
of
nitro
activity.
shrooms. Alright, that's 2 more energy potions for Kiljow eventually. Now, what was that? I can offer one of the night shrooms and ask them to start cultivating more night shrooms? Nitro shrooms? Sorry, keep on saying night shrooms.
Right. So the basic downtime activity, I'm just going to say, like, this is how I'm going to explain this. Basic downtime activity is just they've been growing sort of whatever, and the randomness is just representing what they chose to grow. You can pay a special fee to grow things there specifically, but it will take longer time because they're not just going through and growing stuff in cycles for that. They're just waiting on the one thing. So you can't do that every week. But you could pay them 25 gold, say, per plot to seed it with nitro shroom spores.
Okay, that's like a one-time thing, basically.
Yes, you would have to pay another 25 gold, do it again, and you have to spend a week collecting them, but let's say a month?
A month.
Nitro
for
shrooms
that.
to grow?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
guessing the fact that I'm able to do the just like continual plot more of the bloodstone fruit is because they've been extinct for a few hundred years.
Yeah, the researcher's tenant's paying for it.
Well, they paid for the first ones.
They're also paying for the continued use of the plot. That's why they requested a continuous supply of them as you grew them.
That's fair.
I'll go ahead and give them the 25 gold for that.
All right. It will take 4 weeks of downtime, and then you will get 1 plot's worth of mushrooms.
Woohoo! Okay. Alright, so that's that. And that was basically a week, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if I wanted to, I could do something else.
Or just a week of downtime, basically going out to there and searching through and filtering through like the stuff that the palicos are growing because they feel like it, or the food items, or things that aren't really useful to you, yada yada yada.
Second here, I thought there was researching. No,
Mhm.
wait. If you're playing a studious wizard or oh no, cautious ranger, for the troubles ahead. Okay, so it's 50 gold a day. All right.
No, it's 50 gold. The range is, since it's, is 7 to 50 gold per week,
Oh, okay.
depending on what you're researching and what you need for it, how you're researching it.
I am researching Toby Kadachi's.
All right.
Kiljow has his pets. I want to get mine.
What specifically do you want to find out about them?
All right, let me think about how I would want to do this. if I want to track one down and capture it, I want to know, their territorial patrols, if you will. How they maintain their territories, what I could be looking for to see where one is living at, and hopefully figure out the best place using that information to possibly set up a trap.
All right. That would probably be more in line with some of the information available at the guild, because it's more hunting information. So let's say roll me investigation.
Righty. Please don't screw this up.
Oh.
All right. You're not particularly used to getting your information from books. You're more used to like field work.
That would be accurate.
You do eventually find the information you want, if you're willing to spend the time on it. It will take you about 2 weeks of research to really piece together enough information that you'd feel confident in being able to go to an area and track one of these things down specifically.
2 weeks.
Which would also be 14 gold.
14 gold total. Well, that 14 gold doesn't bother me that much. That's gonna make things a little bit fun to try to get together with Sig for this whole airship deal, but we'll just, hand-wavy stuff. Yes, I'll go ahead and do the research. I'll take a break for a little bit to go meet with Sig, but yes, in general, I am going to stick it out and go cross-eyed reading all these darn books.
All right, so that takes 2 weeks. You do 1 week of research, go do the thing with Sig, come back to research after you figure out what's going on there, and then join Sig after a week to continue help. Let's just say you're there, but you don't get the mechanical benefits of that particular thing for that 1 week. All right.
Yeah, I'm kind of splitting my duties between the two, so I'm not really learning that well on the either the airship or the researching. And it takes me like an extra week, basically.
All right, yeah, that's narratively makes sense. All right. So fast forward back to the day where you guys are coming in to meet Miser. You go in. What time did you want to go in, actually? That's a good question.
I mean, I need my beauty sleep, so not before 8.
No, he's gonna be there before lunch. So we had to be there, 10 a.m.
Works
Good.
for me.
10 a.m.
Right. Yeah, you guys go in, same secretary as yesterday. They tell you that Miser is in fact in the workshop back there working on a elemental storage coil.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
Fancy.
And they just let you through. You go down into the workshop. You don't see anything. Like, you don't see anything different, really. It's just still stuff scattered about. Then you hear, like, sort of warbling sound, and then a ball of electricity shoots out from behind one of the engine blocks and goes into the ceiling. Leaves a slight burn mark.
King Thumper, they're shooting at us!
And you hear this voice. Oh, stupid feather duster is gonna beam death me. I know he needs a stupid coil. I know he doesn't really need the coil, but he wants it for the higher efficiency. And I don't really care, because that buzzer can go buzz off. Ugh. And you see probably one of the stranger creatures you've seen, a green-skinned, covered in patches of oil, almost looks like some sort of like gun-like device in his hand, just pockets strewn about his coat. A 2-foot-tall goblin. What is it this time?
Are you Miser? Miser. Are you Miser?
Oh, Mister, what's it to you?
I'm Nysdrith, and this is Sig.
Yeah. Was that supposed to mean something?
Well, we had talked to Pinion, yesterday, and she said that if we were interested, we could start helping you out in the shop with, fixing some of this stuff up. We're interested in learning a little bit more about, airships, and, well, Sig here is especially interested in engines and capacitors and, I don't know, some other science mumbo-jumbo. Me, I'm just interested in learning how to help with this stuff, because it looks kind of cool.
Right. I go under the mistaken impression that Piggy tells me anything.
Ooh, we're sorry about that. She did tell us to meet with you today, though.
You also appear to be under the mistaken impression that Pinion is a female.
Did I say she? I did say she, didn't I?
Several times, yes.
Wow. I'm used to talking to the other Arakakram, honestly. It's hard when you start doing meta jumping and whatnot. Hard to keep track of who's who.
It sounded like
I dive out of the way with a metabat aiming at his head.
It was the same voice as Kestrel.
I made it different, but I feel like it came out the same because of my microphone.
Possibly. It did make it a little confusing. It does mean it is Kestrel's dad, though, or it has a very high potential chance of being Kestrel's dad.
It's Kestrel's daddy.
Yes, Kestrel's daddy.
To be perfectly honest, do you think she got any real time with her dad?
No, we don't.
The accent wouldn't have passed down.
Her dad.
Her dad was on a different plane of existence, probably.
Yeah, anyway.
That must be one really long, and
he stops there.
You expect me to let you around tools?
I mean, only after you've shown us how to use them properly.
I'm from my own.
I mean, I'm pretty good with smithing tools myself.
Turns to Sig. Are you? Wait a minute. I know you.
I look left at Nysdrith. I look right at my fully flying autonomous homunculus. I look back forward. I think I'm decent. Yeah.
Alright, you're that. Oh, you're that bugger that runs the smithy out on the other side of town, yeah?
Yes, I am Sig Altria of Sig's Signature Creations.
Right. Alright, you blighters, let's See if you can keep up. Holds out a hand. Mr. Resin, by the way.
Mr. Resin?
Mr. Resin.
Resin.
It's Mr. Backwards.
Oh, gotcha.
My parents had a sense of humor. Anyway,
That's better than Sig, actually.
and so yeah, Mizer shows you a bit about what he's working on. The elemental coil that he's been trying to repair. Sig, it looks cool.
Ooh, shiny.
I'm taking
have-
notes, even though my notes really just come off a garbled mess because I have no idea what's being said.
Alright, so anyway, you got the a bit of flux over here that's not really lining up correctly, and the elemental discharge gradient's a bit screwy. It's not really reaching the asymptote correctly. It's causing a bit of a backfire as the extra charge builds up, and the capacitor isn't enough to mitigate it. You capiche?
I take into account the elemental plane of difference. If it's elemental energy in our material plane, that does differ off slightly because of the distance between the two.
Of course, I'm taking into account. I don't know if they calibrated the siphon correctly there. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at it. And Nysdrith, you watch as the seemingly solid object just like pops open. Mizer holds it. It's like, huh? How do you do that?
How did he do that?
No, I'm the one who's going. I really don't know what's going on here. My brain is frying just looking at this. But I'm trying really hard. I'm making notes. Like, he opened it. I didn't see what mechanism he used to open it. But he opened it.
You see he turns like a few knobs back and forth. Pulls out a pair of glasses, puts on, and like taps one of the lenses until it glows. Oh yeah, the siphon's working correctly. It's calibrated. Oh, RCA the problem. Pinion's an idiot. Debugger calibrate it to wrong elemental plane. Here we go. And turns one of the knobs, and Nysdrith, you see it goes from like glowing a slight blue to glowing a slight white. It's a very subtle difference.
Well, did that do it? It looks lighter. Is that a good sign?
Explains the
maybe.
lightning bolt a little bit.
He closes it again. It just sort of turns into a solid object.
How did you do that?
Do what?
Open it. I don't see like a mechanism on it anywhere.
Oh, you just open it, and he pulls it open again. It's not odd. You just gotta know where to open it.
Smoke starts coming out of Nysdrith's ears.
Right? Do you not know how to open things? How do you function in daily life?
Well, I can open up a door, but I don't see a doorknob anywhere on this thing.
But you don't need a knob to open the elemental capacitor. It's wow, you really do have a lot to learn. Here, and he closes it, hands it to you. Open it.
I try to slowly move so that there's a test between me and him.
I try to grab it where it looked like his hand was when he opened it.
Sort of waves his hand into like go on motion.
And I try to open it.
It opens.
Oh, that's weird.
It's magic and light. Of course, it's weird.
There's a magic that's not weird.
Sorry, had to sneeze there.
It's terribly weird.
Bless you.
It's
Now-
weird mundaneness.
The big question is: he put his hand where he saw, it was open from, and then opened it.
He is tempted, but no, he's not that dumb.
Does Nysdrith now know how? But does Nysdrith know how he opened it?
No.
No.
He opened it, but he doesn't
Okay.
quite know how.
You just
Okay.
tried to open it, and it opened.
Okay, cool. I love it.
He's fully expecting the next thing he grabs to just open because of magic.
Sure.
Yes, it wasn't that this device is magical. It was that magic allows you to open whatever you want to open.
Exactly.
I love it.
He's not fully understanding it yet. But like I said, he is taking notes, and he is going to try to learn. It's gonna take him a little bit longer than Sig because he's splitting his attention right now with his other project.
Just imagine.
Right, but Miser takes the siphon coil back from you, opens up the side of one of the engines, pulls out like a section of it that like swings out on a hinge. You see there's one of these in there already, and he puts this one back in. Looks inside, fiddles with something for a minute, closes it back up. Right, that should generator going at least. And he so just as he's facing off to one side, just kicks it with the side of his foot and it starts up.
A concussive maintenance. There's something I know.
Yeah, don't go hitting things until you know how not to hit them the wrong way.
Fair point.
Or, I mean, given what we're working with, there's a pretty good chance you die.
Well, I saw the ball of lightning you shot at us earlier.
I didn't shoot anything you blighters unless you were on the ceiling. You guys hear there's a bit of a sputter to the engine that you've heard airship engines before. This is not normal. Mr. sort of looks, walks, does a lap around the engine. Penny, why do you give me this crap? I don't really know what to do with this. Yeah, unless maybe. And you watch as Miser jumps up on top of the engine, pulls open a hatch, and then goes in head first.
Wait, what?
You want to lift up, Sig? I mean,
How-
you might be able to follow him better than me.
Wait. How big is this engine?
Roughly the size of a car.
Huh.
So a carriage. You don't know what a car is, so we'll just say carriage.
I'm not making this so that Sig knows. I'm doing it so Illiren knows.
It's better that way.
Are we talking a small sedan, a big SUV?
A Mormon mobile.
It's big.
I can make that joke. You hear a bit of rustling, clanging, and the sort of sputtering sound stops. Miser pops his top half back out of the hatch. Face is about half covered in some sort of like weird, slightly glowing oil. Well, I found the problem was this buggy. Yeah, and he pulls out like half of a squirrel.
So is that lunch?
He looks at you.
Fighters keepers.
Are you slow?
Yes. We've already established. He's the smart one.
Right, and he pulls himself the rest of the way out of the hatch and closes it.
Honestly, a squirrel would not be the weirdest thing we've eaten.
You know, that concerns me, but it's not really my problem, so whatever.
How
Hey,
did
Ty,
the
that-
squirrel get in there?
I mean, it's a warm spot. Small animals like warm places.
Wait,
Yeah,
is the
plus there's a
squirrel
couple
still
of-
alive?
I said half a squirrel.
Oh, half a squirrel. Okay, I missed that part. Sorry.
I'm like, how do you think this is baby still alive? It's the back end of
I
a
missed the
squirrel.
half part. Sorry.
The back half of a squirrel. And he just throws it at you.
The other question is, where's the other half of the squirrel?
Well, more than likely, with the way the capacitor was reacting, it I just launched little bitty pieces.
I think
Fair
that's
enough.
called a backfire.
Oh, it's called disintegration, you moron.
Okay, fine.
I call it free lubricate. I thought it's like mechanical lubrication.
You don't. What?
A lot of small animals get stuck to my stuff. They get used to after a while.
Okay, then.
That made no sense, did it? Whatever.
Not particularly, no. Oh, so you lot want to learn more about how the engines work. Well, it is here with one of these, and the same crystal that you saw sparking the other day is now just sort of flickering. These here are the elemental bonding crystals. They sort of have a mini little nexus to the planar it's not really agreed upon term, but it's more like a planar intersection than anything. Some people call them ley lines. This one's a bit on fritz, and I think it's more likely it just needs to reset. Do you know if you got any ley lines around your workshop, Sig?
Uh, yes. I believe I put Alpha on top of that one. One of them. Yes. I think I died.
Well, we can still hear you.
Oh, no, you can't.
Right. What? Give me 1 sec. Right. Okay. Sorry about that. Hello, Jacob.
I am the dead.
Hey.
Hello, the
You got here in time to listen to me play short goblin artificer with a Cockney accent.
Nah.
I should have grabbed a beer.
Right. So anyway, Sig, he says he turns to you and he says, "All right, now let's carry this boy over there, yeah."
All right. It's like a mile and a half walk from here.
Speaking of which, you big boy, and he points to Nysdrith.
Sir.
Grab that crystal and follow that. Follow me and Sig out the door.
Will do.
I go to pick up the crystal.
All right. You pick up the crystal.
It's lighter than I was expecting, actually.
Does Nysdrith disintegrate?
No,
Not yet.
Wonderful.
unfortunately. I mean,
Expecting more from that.
all right. So you guys carried over, and
Walk. Da-da-da-da-da.
about half an hour of carrying it later.
I was wrong. Oh gosh, this thing is heavy. Half an hour of walking around with this thing in your arms. It's amazing how much it grows in weight.
Yeah, you arrive at Sig's workshop.
Yep, signature creations. Nice workshop. Small construct out in the yard.
Amrock, give me a
Feeling
hand
that
with
the
this.
world no longer is blue. I love this place.
Wait.
Smell that?
Oh no.
Yep, that's solid dimension. It's a good place.
Does this engine run on magic?
Why, yes, it does.
Ha. Ha.
Right, so you guys get there, and Miser pulls out those same glasses, looks around a bit. Oh, there's a good spot over there, yeah? And he points over towards, like, the left of the workshop.
Wait, I thought I was on the right side.
Hey, Gonrak, give me a hand with this thing. It's heavy.
Not my job. Flipping through a magazine, just sitting there.
I swear to God, I hope you lose another toe.
Gone
Ruffy, you
wrong.
gotta live
What's
the
it,
same
you little
way.
bitch?
Gone
There's a
wrong,
giant
James.
pure metal object flies past your head.
Hey, watch the merchandise. You know how much one of these things costs? It's gonna be coming out of your pocket if you break it.
Yeah, little fucker. The thing flies back to his hand and he walks off.
That's what I thought.
Alright, I walk over to the left side.
Alright.
You need me to set it down, or do I have to hold it?
I mean,
You can
you
hold
can
it if you
do it.
want. It's kind of amusing.
Yeah, I'll kind of agree with that, actually, yeah.
Miser, it's misery.
Well, this won't take half a sec. And he starts, he pulls out a small, almost like pen-like object, starts tracing a shape in the air.
Hey, that looks like a rune.
Oh, so he does have a brain.
Hello?
Hold still.
Just a-
And as he finishes this circular symbol, which is a bit more complex than anything you've done before, Nysdrith,
Hey, a rune's a rune.
there's a loud pop, and the crystal goes dark.
Yeah.
Well, that ain't
That's
right.
something.
He pulls
Weird.
out the same glasses again, looks around. I mean, there's a nice juicy label on it. That should have recharged it.
Eh,
Is that not supposed to happen?
no.
This thing feels lighter all of a sudden.
Wait, but does magic have weight? Shouldn't. Not really.
It's magic. I can make up whatever I want. Although I can
Okay,
feel
but-
that metabat aiming for the back of my head again.
Yeah, wait, no.
Right.
It's
So,
This is magic, right? Hey, Sig, is there a chance that Alpha is draining this thing by accident?
I'm sorry. Who to what now?
Alpha, a buddy of ours. He's a construct of some kind or another.
You have a construct that drains magic?
Yep.
Yes.
Have you told anyone about this?
Yep. Actually, the researchers kind of looked into him a little bit.
Looked at him. Made him an extension of the house.
Did you tell them that you were going to be keeping this thing in town?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah, we did.
Seems like
Yeah,
something we'd do.
Yeah,
Despite our general disregard for most safeties, we do actually pay attention to other people.
We did tell him not to drain magic from the campsite.
Actually, I told him not to drain magic from the inside the house.
Oh.
I've been waiting so long to have that backfire on you. Okay,
Wait,
glad you
when did you do
remembered
that?
the.
I thought we told him not to take stuff from the camp. You changed it to just your house?
No,
we
you
told him to camp.
you suggested that, and he specifically said, "Alpha, don't drain anything from anyone in the house." That's been sitting there for a while, waiting.
Is this thing in the
that's-
house?
It's like right next to the house. Yes, it's
What?
like a little extension.
Dang it. Well, go ask Alpha to not drain from this extension then at the very least.
Wait. To be perfectly honest, I'm kind of surprised no one told us, because I think you can imagine what would happen if something like this happened while the engine was running on a ship in the air.
Oh, yeah, we told him not to run, to drain, the ship that we were on that one time. We're not that dumb.
Right, but
Actually,
it's a safety issue if anyone ever got close to there.
Sorry.
I mean, we could tell Alpha not to drain from the campsite or something.
Yeah, that'd be nice. This thing listens to you?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, it is, boy.
So, you gonna go ask Alpha, or do I have to lug this thing over there and ask him myself?
I mean, you can stand there and look pretty. Okay.
Okay. I start posing with the gemstone.
I mean, you can do half of that.
Ooh. You know what? Coming from a goblin, that actually hurts.
Oh, you're not only an idiot, you're a racist too.
Boy, weren't you just racist towards me?
No, he insulted your face, not your race.
Well, anyway, I want to see this thing. You said it listens to you, so it's probably smarter than this pudding-head and milk salt.
What was the last words you said there? I missed the last words. I'm sorry. Something about milkshake?
Milk
Quick.
salt.
Nysdrith, start calling him Little Green.
Don't be racist too.
Okay, good day, see you later.
Den, day.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, so he follows you around to the little lean-to type extension you made for Alpha.
Yep. Planted flowers. It's a good little extension. I don't
He's
think
a-
Alpha really cares.
He's a point and blighter, isn't he?
I could pretend I understood that and say yes.
I have fun occasionally with the overdone accents.
Well, mister, this here is Alpha. Gesturing to the quadrupedal magic sucker. Not much else about Alpha that we know about.
Hey, you just took a magic draining contract, said we like you, and then brought him into a camp full of people.
Yes, basically.
For all you know, he could have been a bomb.
Actually probably is a bomb. Of some kind.
I think we asked him if he was a bomb.
No, I think we have. It doesn't seem like one of the questions we would have asked. Alpha. Look at Alpha and nod.
Right, so anyway, Alpha, can you understand me? And Alpha nods. Can you stop sucking up the bugger of magic around the whole camp as long as you're in here?
Please do.
Alpha looks over at Sig. Looks back at Mither. Nods. Right, now that we got that dealt with, back over to the side of the house.
Alpha is a simple construct, but a very nice one.
And he
Not at Alpha.
goes back over to where Nysdrith is, draws the same exact symbol, and the crystal goes, it's on.
Oh, so that's how it's supposed to work.
I'd say it's supposed to work, you soft brain.
Well, how am I supposed to know? I've never seen one of these things before.
My problem is it.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to help out, so, telling me how things work is helpful.
You'll get it on your own most of the way. I'll tell you when it's important.
I get the feeling he's never going to tell me.
He's never gonna tell you.
No, I don't think he is. Alright, so we going back to the shop with this?
Well, unless you can find a better use for it than powering the ship.
I mean,
Oh, sure.
I could sell it
I
on
can
the
think of
black
something.
market.
There's a
Tell
black
you,
market
organs in the
here.
black market wouldn't fetch much there. After all, defective product never goes for much.
Wow.
I still feel like you're being mad racist, and then calling me racist.
Won't be racist
No,
if
it's
it's being
racist.
insulting.
There is a difference. I think I could probably come up with something or other. Probably be useful for like my side project.
Are you gonna use defective engine parts to build an engine for a ship that's supposed to take us through the astral sea?
It's only
Sounds like a good
defective
idea.
before I get my hands on it. It wasn't even defective. It's just out of power. And then Alpha saw it and went yum and took it. I think. I think that's what Alpha said.
Anyway, Muscles, get this back over to the shop. I got make a detour while we're here. There's someone in the market has a little bit of mercury on it for one of the experiments we're doing with the new type of capacitor. But I'll meet you over there.
Okay. Thank God I can put this thing down when I get there. Huh.
Actually, you're gonna need to hold on to it until I get back.
Should have just kept your mouth shut.
It's very important.
If you put it down, it can discharge before it goes into the engine. It's not exactly a good thing.
I swear to God you hate me.
I don't hate you. I just don't know you. And we saddled with teaching you without being asked or told about it.
Well, that's not my fault for not telling you about it. I mean, I did tell you about it. Why aren't you mad at the other person who didn't tell you about it?
Oh, might him too.
What are you mad at me for?
You're damn not sure, just kind of find it annoying.
I mean, that's fair enough, I guess.
Hmm.
Man, I know this one here finds me annoying too, so.
You're not that annoying. You're this. You're at most like the third most. You're the third least annoying member of a group.
Wait, speaking of people not being able to understand, what did you just say?
You say you are the third least annoying member of the group.
Right, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
Let's see how long it takes
Third
them to
least
figure
annoying.
out.
Why do I stick around with these people?
I just start
Um,
walking back towards the shop.
Because you get fucking paid.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a good point. Thanks,
We are-
Kiljow, who's nowhere around.
You're welcome. I'm yelling from a different plane of existence. There are plants made of human flesh here.
That's
Never said it was
disturbing.
human flesh.
Who cares about humans?
It's human flesh now in my canon.
That's
I haven't
disturbing.
seen a
You should
human
get
in
out
a
of there.
while, actually.
If you just eat one of the trees, it tastes like human. Everybody's like, hold on a minute, there's a lot of things wrong with this.
Yeah.
It's not cannibalism if I'm not a person.
I feel like cannibalism extends to sentient beings eating other sentient beings.
Cannibals is
That's-
specifically your own race, so yeah,
that's
it's not.
definitively not true.
To be fair, the root of the word is based on a concept which doesn't exist in real life, which is, the root of your argument is based on a concept which doesn't exist in real life, which is multiple races of intelligent beings.
I don't remember the last human I've seen. Matthew's human.
I was gonna say, you have one working for you.
I thought Matthew was human.
Thought you were gonna say you forgot he was here.
I forgot he was human. He's not here. He's off learning about alchemy. Somewhere.
You've also seen humans at the research tent. And
Wait,
probably
we do?
just wandering around town.
Wait, we do?
Yes,
Apparently. Yeah.
I've specifically introduced several of them as humans. The little smaller, like, NPCs that you interact with.
Huh. I usually forget about them.
Apparently, humans aren't very important in this world.
They're really not.
You be
What
human.
is like an NPC that you need to remember? They're always like, nope, not human.
There's one of the blacksmiths that you regularly work with and or compete with is a human named William Smith.
It's a blacksmith named
Huh.
Smith.
He's a blacksmith named Will Smith, who is not a blacksmith.
Is he a pirate?
I
Hey,
don't want to touch that.
Will,
I got it.
Will Smith.
Will Smith. Yes, Will Smith.
My brain hurts.
Yay.
Oh.
There's also a human that Kiljow has. Wait, no. That Kiljow knows.
There is.
She was one of the people that saved your life, Mabina.
Let me look through my notes of like 15 different people, none of whom are people.
You know the party of four: Idrix, Avara, Thorpe, and Mabina.
It's like I'm looking through my list of that's under people, and it's like there's a distinct lack of people: gnome, bear, ancient, kobold, warforged, wolf person, Arakakra, satyr.
Let me put it this way. The
Portal.
thing that you don't want anyone to know about, look at the
Lots,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th bullet point.
Oh yeah, no, female human. Okay.
Anyhow, yes, you all know humans. There are humans around camp, and some of them are rather important NPCs. You just seem to filter them out, I guess.
Racist. What can we say?
Right.
You admit it.
So,
You're racist.
you both head back to the shop. About 10 minutes after you get there, Miser shows up with a like an iron, not like iron, but some sort of black metal pot with a sealed lid on top. And he reaches up to the engine,
Mark.
pulls open one of the panels. All right, you big log, get you in and chuck it in there.
Okay.
I chuck it in.
And it like you chuck it and it goes whoop, ooh,
Sorry.
and it like stops in midair and then floats down.
Okay, that's cool. Wait a minute. You have me holding this thing for the entire time?
Yeah, I did. If you put it down, we'll discharge. I told you that much.
All right. Well, lesson learned.
Good. See if it sticks.
What's next on the agenda?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think there we're gonna say yes. You guys spend the rest of that week. Sig spends a full week. Are you? How often are you? How often and how long are you planning on coming here to try and learn more?
After I do my catch up with my researching, I'll spend most of my downtime actually helping out at the airship dock.
All right.
Kind of trying to learn more about the engines, but also asking questions along the way about other components to the airships and whatnot. I'll sometimes steal away and talk to some of the dock workers as well to ask them questions about the airships.
All right. Well, here's the thing. Do you guys want to spend the next several weeks while Kiljow is gone just doing this?
I'm good with that myself. I don't know what Sig wants to do.
I actually have to talk. There was a suggestion made to me while I was getting home, that I need to talk over.
I can barely hear you.
I think he was talking to somebody else.
No, I wasn't.
No,
Sorry.
he's just very quiet.
Oh, okay.
How am I so quiet? Type in Discord. Quit fucking with my microphone.
There you go. That's better. What were you saying?
Right.
I was saying that I have to talk with Silent. He made a suggestion for Leo about her downtime and where she's going.
Well, it was more of just a question. Not necessarily for your downtime for the current cycle, but for the, well, maybe extended downtime. We'll have to see.
That's the reason I hopped in. Otherwise, I would have slept. Alright.
Yeah, I'll spend whatever downtime we still have doing this, aside from, I don't know how long we're going to be doing this, maybe stealing away 1 week to go do another hunt, solo hunt, or Palico farm or something.
Oh yeah, you can. At least for this point so far, you can spend 2 weeks doing this and 1 week at the Palico farm again.
Okay. And that's after I've caught up with my studies on the Tobikadashi.
Yes.
Okay.
And that
that
will... So this would be a regular Palico Farm visit. The next week would be when... Or at the end of this week would be when that's available, so it would take another week.
Yeah.
Right.
I also would like to probably spend 2 weeks of my time. I believe I have 3 weeks
Currently,
left.
just for our current time frame, yes.
I think I would like to spend like 2 weeks also working here, then 1 week working on the background inventions I've had. Just like in the background, I've been thinking about doing but never got around to.
Right.
Just making progress on them. Some of them I don't think would take that long.
All right. Yeah, so let's say you guys each spend 2 weeks or so extra learning more about the things, helping Miser out in his workshop. Yeah, he's an odd duck.
I like him.
He does slowly start trolling you less.
I thought you said he was a goblin.
Yeah, not a troll. He's trolling me.
He's actually a duck in a goblin mech suit.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
duck.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Checks out.
Wait, is this Andrew?
No, I'm just good.
I grab Miser by the ears. Andrew, you in there? No, I'm kidding. I don't do that.
Put me down, you bugger, before you lose your hand and your face. Do I gotta say it might be an improvement?
No, I love you too.
I get the feeling that Miser and I are just going to have that kind of a relationship.
A love-hate relationship.
Hey Siri, throw rice into the air.
There's only one problem with that plan. I'm about 2 magnitudes out of your league.
Oh!
I mean, like at some point in time I will use like magical tinkering to like create that sound effect on an object, so I can just activate it every once in a while when he ever says something like that.
Oh.
Just every once in a while when he insults you, just like oh in the background.
It would get a lot of use. Yeah. All right. So the question, now that Jacob is here, I did have you spend 2 weeks selling things. I'm thinking that's probably going to end up being okay, but if not, I can work it out with you later. It just was to expedite things.
Mm-hmm. I get that. No, that's good.
Alright, well, if you're gonna be figuring out the specifics of the other month and a half downtime with Jacob later, are we wrapping up here?
Unless Jacob would rather figure that out now. I'm good with figuring it out later. Is there anything that needs to involve other party members, Jacob?
I'm good with waiting. I'm chatting about it later. If everybody's ready to kind of, just call it a night. It is.
I just wanted to know if we were gonna keep stream going or.
I
Figure
think
that
for
out.
now, we figure out Jacob stuff some point before next session, and then see whether everyone wants to continue downtime, and if so, try and see if we can get everyone to actually figure everything out beforehand so we can resolve it fairly quickly next time. And then figure out what kind of missions I want to have available and which ones you guys want to work for.